The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, Craig doesn't want to watch Rampage, so I guess we're going to review Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Resident Evil.
Player to another. Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan. I am your host, Caleb.
I'm Joe. Caleb Craig.
And this is Cameron.
And today we are going to be reviewing the film, the first Resident Evil movie.
Film.
Initially, we were planning on, as you guys know, because we discussed it at length on the episodes.
The fuck we did.
Yes, we were going to review
did.
the game, the video game movie Rampage this week, but there were a couple problems that occurred throughout the end of the week.
Oh yeah. You mean like how last time I fucking told you that I couldn't go see Rampage? You didn't take the fucking hint and then try to do it again this week.
Whoa.
And
that
then
was a
I
hint?
told you again.
That was a hint, an emotional.
Hey, I fucking
like, trying
told
to
you.
Figure me out.
I told
Caleb.
you guys last
I
time
don't
when
play those
Schweiss was
games.
trying to make that his episode that I couldn't go see Rampage.
Yeah, you couldn't see it
I
last week.
explicitly told you that, and then you guys were like, "Okay, well, let's do it
You
this
didn't tell
week." And
us
I was
why,
like,
though.
"I can't see it this week either. I literally have no money. What the fuck?"
Well, see, that's when you told us you were broke. You didn't tell us you were broke before. You just said, I can't see it, so I figured,
so
you
I
don't have
fucking-
time.
You waited the
I
day
can't
before
see
the
it.
episode to tell us you don't have money
because
to see
I
Rampage.
fucking told you last week that I couldn't see it, and then I told you again
you
while we
saying-
were fucking talking
You
about
saying that you
Rampage.
can't see it does not equal I don't have money to
I
see
have
it.
told you many times that I can't fucking see the movie, and yet
You can see the movie, Craig!
You're fucking surprised.
You can see the
I
fucking
couldn't see the
movie,
movie,
Craig.
even though I fucking told you for like 2 weeks now.
Craig,
What the fuck?
Craig, you didn't say you didn't have money.
I did.
That is the
fucking
only
did.
important detail.
Wait. So you're saying that you've been telling
You
us
are
for 2
rewriting
weeks?
history, you fucking
For last-
liar.
last
But
week
you just
and
barely
this week.
came here going, we never agreed to watch Rampage, but you're saying that for the past 2
no,
weeks.
well, because he's a liar.
No, it's because last week we fucking decided that we were going to see Rampage for Schweiss's thing, and I was like, I can't see the movie. And
No,
then
you
this
said
week,
last week, you
like,
said, I don't want to do 2 movie reviews in a row.
Yesterday, Schweiss was like, well, let's just watch Rampage this week. Like, in the chat. And I was like,
fucking
I don't.
yesterday?
Well, then it was like 2 days ago. Whatever. I fucking said I couldn't see the movie because I don't
No,
have the
he was
fucking
just
money.
he was just
And then-
confirming
and
that
then-
we were doing an episode on Rampage. That's
Yeah.
all that text
And then
is. I can
Craig-
see it right fucking here.
And then
Hey,
Craig,
we up for Rampage this weekend, guys?
I offered to buy your ticket, but no response.
Well, fucking
Greg, here's
Schweiss
what
had
I think
already said
happened.
no, so it's like, okay,
Oh,
fine.
yeah,
Greg-
we'll just watch
Greg told-
freaking Resident Evil then.
Greg called Joe and told him, but his voice is so high-pitched that Joe's old man hearing couldn't pick it up, so he didn't hear him say, I don't have money for Rampage, because it was...
Yeah, fucking might as well have been.
And he's like,
And
Greg,
then
you saying
fucking-
something right now?
Oh, and then freaking for Resident Evil, fucking Joe calls me and he's like, "Why the fuck didn't you watch the movie last night?" And I was like,
Caleb, fucking listen to the conversation. Caleb, what happened
Well,
this morning?
he said, who watched it last night? And then, because I was trying to watch it, and it, like, bumped me off, and it was like, someone else started watching this movie, and I was like, oh, it was probably either Cameron or him. And then it was Cameron watching it last night.
No, I had to rent it on my own because no one gave me the fucking credentials.
Are you
for the
serious?
account. Yeah, I rented it. It's like $2, $3.
"How then?" Because I didn't even start the movie. I saw somebody else was already watching it, and I couldn't get on it.
Oh, that was me.
I rented.
I
it
started to
separately.
watch it last night, and then I was like, we're not
That's
doing the
why I
episode on
watched
my
it this
account.
morning at fucking 8:15 in the morning, and then I get a call angrily
my
from
God.
Joe being like, "You should just come over and watch the movie with us." And I was like, "Okay, but dude, I already watched it. I thought you guys watched it last night because the movie was already fucking started."
Hey, okay, so you ignored my text where I said there is no possible way for me to watch that movie.
It's in the fucking chat right now. I go, there is no possible way. Let me look for the green. Oh, yeah. 10:30 p.m. I go, because that's about when I got off of work, got cleaned up, got in the car to come down here. That's when I saw your chat for the day. It says, I literally have no way to watch that movie.
Well, at fucking midnight, that's when I fucking was
Guess
looking at the
who-
movie,
But that
and
wasn't-
somebody was
Guess
fucking
who
watching it.
did watch Rampage, though?
Well, guess who also watched
Yeah,
Resident
yeah,
Evil?
Guess who watched fucking Assassin's Creed like we were supposed to months and years ago?
So this is I called him this morning because we got kicked out. We tried to go in. It's like, okay, Cameron did watch Resident Evil because we thought he didn't. I called him first. It was like, oh, were you able to see it? Schweiss was like, okay, we're gonna put off UFF. And we're going to try to beat Vagrant Story. That means we might have time to watch Resident Evil. I call Cameron to see if he watched it. He did watch it. I was like, okay, Craig totally has watched it. That was just like the given. Like, okay, Craig probably watched it last night. Not going to worry about it. Because I guess Caleb's saying that he got kicked out. So he assumed that you watched it. And so I call.
It felt.
we got kicked out of the thing again. And I was like, what the fuck? Who's watching it right now? It must be Craig. And so I call Craig and he's like, yeah. I'm like, what? Did you watch it last night? It's like, what the fuck? What did I ask him?
Well, you asked him if it was him watching it last night, because I got kicked off last night. 'Cause someone else
I
was
didn't watch it last night.
I think
and
you-
I assumed that
And then,
you guys were
and then
doing
Craig goes,
UFF.
why didn't you watch it last night? And I go, why didn't you watch it last night?
I didn't fucking
It's
watch
just
it
a
last night
stupid
because
of a
somebody
question.
else already fucking was.
You know what's sad is I didn't even
stupid of a question.
continue. I like started it over and kicked you off, and then I just turned it off. So you could have watched it last night easily. I thought it was Cameron.
Somebody else had fucking
it
watched
felt-
it last night, at least I thought, and then you guys were supposed to do UFF in
I
the
had a
morning.
vision.
That's why I got up at fucking 8:15 in the morning to fucking watch the movie.
8:15.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, I guess for him that's pretty early because that's when
Holy-
he's supposed to be asleep.
I'm normally
a
asleep
quarter.
at like 2 and like I get
Well,
off
Caleb,
at 2 in the morning.
you are weak now. You used to be so strong.
oh
I know.
no! What's
I
this?
remember the days
I
of
remember-
Craig where he was like 2 hours asleep and he
No.
was fully functional.
I
if you
remember the
could call
days
it
when
that.
Craig would be in bed by 9,
There was a phase,
tucked
yeah.
away.
Yeah, because I had to get up
His
at fucking
mom-
3 o'clock in the
Mom
morning.
brought him like a hot plate of
Fucking
cookies
asshole.
and some milk.
Oh yeah, he has to get up at
Let's
9.
get him fatter so that he can't
Oh, he has to
walk
get up
and
at he has to get up at 3 in the morning
No,
to go
this
to
was
work.
this
What
was
a
doing high
pussy.
school. This is during high school. Craig would tuck himself into bed at
Oh,
9 o'clock.
fuck you! I would.
What's incredible to me is the attitude of why didn't you watch it last night? We're both obviously in the same situation.
No,
We're have to
Joe.
watch it in the
Joe,
morning.
Here's the
So
thing,
what's
though.
the fucking
Here's
point
the
of this
fucking
shit?
thing. You guys are here at Schweiss's place, and somebody was clearly watching it last night. So I fucking assumed that it was you two assholes, and I'm like, why the fuck are you calling me about this? You guys already fucking watched it. I'm watching it now because you guys should be doing UFF.
You know what
But
really
you
should
didn't.
happen? Y'all
But
fuckers
you
should have
fucking
seen Rampage.
didn't. So then you were like, well, why didn't you fucking watch it last night? And I'm like, because you
super
fucking
glad.
were.
I'm sorry. I was totally
I'm
the
super
the cause.
glad I rented my own copy.
See, I thought I had a vision of Cameron and his roommate being like, "Hey, you want to come play with us?" And he's like, "No, I got to watch this movie." And like Cameron being like dedicated and like the man, you know. But then I got the message saying that there was a problem, but I didn't want to respond because at that point I had already called Joe, and Joe said he wasn't going to watch it. So I was like, I don't even want to say anything. to the
Yeah,
rest
I
of them.
sent
Like,
I sent the
just-
credentials. I'm like, hey, I don't have the credentials to log in and see it.
You're just gonna
I
ghost
waited.
Cameron.
I
Yeah,
waited.
I looked-
15 minutes. I'm like, well, fuck it. It's only $3.
Kim, you should just fucking stop using your own thing and do like we do. and
Well,
use
Whose voodoo
mine.
is it? Is it Joe's?
It's mine.
Oh
It
shit!
is.
Well,
Okay.
I think that it was actually a blessing to not have the login.
Because then Cameron would have seen, oh, someone else is watching it, and then he would have stopped watching it, and then you both would have been screwed by me watching it for like the first 2 minutes and
Yeah.
then shutting it off.
I think we had done the same thing this morning.
Yeah, we did do the same thing. We were going to resume it 50 minutes in, and then we just told Craig, look, we're going to
especially-
start it now. Just head over, and when you
also
get here, it'll be
especially
around
thought
the same
it was
time.
that you guys watching it because you fucking rented it last night. Why the
Whoa,
fuck
whoa, whoa, whoa.
wouldn't you watch
Why did you say,
it right after
Why
you
did you
rented
say
it?
you guys? Because my text clearly said I cannot watch this movie.
Because you sent that at like 10 and the movie was already started at like midnight.
You know what's the
a
worst
time
part,
that
though?
you probably would have already been here. That's
a
what I
little bit
thought.
less
I don't
And
communication.
Schweiss had just started the movie after he's like
I-
fucking rented it.
I told you know what's funny though, is I was like, someone else is watching it. I'm just gonna turn it off because like we're not gonna do the episode anyway. And I was like, I mean, it feels like a waste, but it won't be because someone would have watched it. And if we didn't like plan again this morning to watch it, I would have just wasted $4, like, and would have had this like God complex of like, it's worth it. My sacrifice was worth it because someone out there in the clan watched this movie because of me, and nobody would have done it if we would have been like, all right, we're watching this movie this morning. Come over, and then found out that Cameron also watched it. So, not great.
But also, Craig, if you don't have money
Yeah,
to
thanks
do
for the
something that we need to do for the podcast, you need to tell us not the day before that that's
I
the
told
case.
you fucking last week that
No,
I couldn't
last
see-
week for
I told
last
you-
week's sake.
And that I
That's
told
what you said.
I couldn't see the fucking movie, and I said it again when we were talking about it through the week because you guys did mention it.
no.
You guys were like,
talk about it
so
through
are
the
we?
week
So we're
because
watching.
we were all on the
we're
same
we're
page that we
touching-
were going to see Rampage.
No, because I fucking told you that I couldn't because I had no money.
You couldn't.
I literally told
Last
you
week.
multiple times.
Whenever Craig says something, unless he says otherwise, whatever he says exists into perpetuity.
No. Bullshit.
So
it does.
It didn't
fucking
seem- it
Craig,
Craig,
didn't
are you
seem-
hungry right now?
No, I just had two. bagels.
Okay, well, Craig, he'll never be hungry for the rest of his fucking life.
Until I say otherwise.
If you eat again, I'm going to punch you in the face.
until I
He-
say
he
otherwise.
probably-
That's
you know
literally
what?
Cam Cam
Yeah.
He
just
could
said.
probably not eat and still outlive you.
So if Craig says something to you about his life situation a month ago, if he's yet to update you, just think that's the same thing going
It's
on.
ridiculous, though. That's what I assume that was just I can't see it
Craig,
right
we'll
now.
pay for your goddamn ticket and talk about Rampage next.
I figured you just didn't have time, and I was
I
like,
offered.
I get it.
I
get it.
offered.
I know you did, and it pissed me off because I saw the fucking movie. I
And
saw
then,
it.
and then
Well, I
Schweiss
saw-
had to be
I
like,
s-
I don't have time. And
saw-
so Craig latches to that.
Twice only did
Well,
it because
I fucking saw that you had offered the ticket after Schweiss had already said no, and then I was like, okay,
Movie
well, I guess.
pass.
By the
we're-
way,
I
if
guess
you
we're-
see that I'm not responding to the chat, the best thing to do is to call me. By the way.
yeah, nobody cares what you think.
Well, it's fucking like if I'm getting in the way of plans, if I'm not a part of this thing because I'm at fucking work until death, then maybe someone can call me.
Did
I
you
don't
actually
know.
work this week?
Yeah, I fucking worked 60-something hours this week, Cameron. I'm fucking exhausted. I got no
Wow.
fucking sleep.
That is
That's
surprising.
why I told Schweiss
You worked-
last night when he called me, I said, I'm not fucking watching that movie.
You worked your hands to little
Number
nubs
one,
there.
I have no way to do it without going to
Nubs.
Schweiss's house. And then it'd be like another half an hour down to Payson, a few minutes getting ready for bed. It'd be fucking like 2 a.m. by the time I went to bed, and then I'd get right back up and come over here, and I'd have no sleep. And then this show would be even worse. So,
I think it's great right now.
yeah, because I got sleep last night. I got 7 hours-ish. It was nice.
Your argument with Craig would have been weak.
Yeah.
You've been too tired.
Or I would have been real mad.
Well, you're
One of
just
the two
wrong,
things.
so it's fine.
I'm not wrong, Craig.
You are.
Okay, everybody in this fucking room, who is wrong here? Who is the person who is 100% on every single thing here today wrong?
you.
This guy.
No, it's not fucking me.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
We were supposed to watch Rampage this week.
No, we weren't.
You know what? It's just
And when Resident Evil happened, why didn't you watch it last night? Why weren't you paying attention to the chat?
Why weren't you?
At 10:30, I cannot watch this movie. What does that fucking mean? That's
Yeah.
that's a statement, a very clear statement.
And then you come over to Schweiss's, and then you
And then I
fucking watch
come
the
over,
movie.
and then I teleport my way over to Schweiss's house.
Well, you know, the
I
other
phase
fucking
in
option, Joe,
and change
was to
my
be like, hey,
mind.
the other fucking option was to be like, hey, guys, come early so we can watch the fucking movie together. And that didn't even occur to fucking anyone.
Well, that's because
Not
early
fucking
is sick.
anyone.
And then the only reason why we even had time to watch the movie is because we aren't going to record UFF until
That's
Monday
the only
or Tuesday.
reason we don't have time. We have time.
And it's because we're going to try to beat fucking Vagrant Story and then just release the episode late. Because we've never missed an episode, but we have been late before. And we've been late for a review in the past, too, so it's worth it. That's the only reason why we're even reviewing
if we
this
can do
movie
it.
today.
If Schweiss didn't fuck up his weapon shit in Vagrant Story.
Yeah. Which is not I don't know. It might be too late.
What a design choice to allow you to fuck up the end game so you can't beat the game.
I don't know. What design choice makes it so that you can glitch the game into a completely black room and get your ass railed on?
You know the sad
Can't
part
find the fucking save point.
is that room still rails your ass, even not in the dark.
I believe it, but at least you can fucking see where the save point is. I know the save point's in that room.
It's in a real fuck off place. You got to climb very specific points and jump.
Yeah,
so you can't.
okay, so it's great when you do that in the dark.
Yeah, so I'm saying you would have
Alone.
never made it. You would have
In the
never
dark.
made it.
I didn't. I tried it multiple times twice. I can confirm. I
That'd
would
be
have
funny
never
if you
made
could
it.
just see the little beacon of the save, like you could see it, the blue
that
off
would
in the
be-
distance,
that
and
would
like
be
you just
so evil.
you can't get to it. It's just
damn it.
yeah.
Craig, you're gonna see Rampage this week. We'll
Fine.
find a way so that it's financially viable for you to see fucking Rampage.
Well, I
All right,
offered.
then.
The offer's still on the table.
In fact, tomorrow's a
I
good
would have.
day.
You know what? I even would have taken you up on that had Schweiss said no. Not
knew,
said no.
I knew as soon as Schweiss said that, I knew it'd be.
Well,
100%.
he couldn't fucking see the movie. If he couldn't
could.
fucking see the movie,
He could
then
have seen the movie.
Oh,
I didn't
well,
want to pay for it
He
though.
said he couldn't.
If
so
you said,
that's why I was like,
if
all right,
you had
then.
said, yeah, Cameron, I'm coming over to watch the movie with you, Schweiss would be like, fine, I'll go watch it.
I
That's
thought he
what it
couldn't
would
see
happen.
it
But
as well.
But see, Craig is a brick wall when it comes to problem solving. He doesn't solve problems. He goes, "There's a problem. Not going to do it. Not going to solve it. Not even going to try."
The problem to be
Or
solved
how
was
about
just
he looks
watch
at his
Resident Evil
wallet
like
on
we had
Monday,
fucking
and
planned.
then the faint memory of we're all gonna watch Rampage, like in his
No.
like in the back
there
of
was,
his head.
There was no
while he looks-
confirmation
while
to
he
me that
looks
we
at
were
his
fucking
empty
watching
bank
Rampage
account.
until you guys were talking.
He's gonna
about
wait
it.
until someone reminds people that we're gonna watch Rampage this week and goes,
What really happened is it went Rampage.
Resident Evil.
Rampant evil. It's like, oh yeah, Resident Evil.
Well, Resident Evil was next. I fucking thought we were doing that
I'm gonna
anyway.
tell you which fucking movie is better.
Nah.
I'm gonna tell you.
It's Resident Evil.
No, it's not.
I refuse.
We could all be sitting here
refuse to
and we'll talk
subscribe
about
to
a
the
good
belief that
movie
The
instead
Rock
of a-
makes everything better.
He
I
does.
refuse.
Honestly, that movie is.
You
not-
fucking watched The Tooth Fairy. You fucking watched
I
that
didn't
movie.
see the Tooth Fairy. I'll be honest. Why did you watch it?
I don't fucking know. I think my
So
parents
you
wanted to
had
watch
time to watch the Tooth Fairy,
it
but not
years
Rampage.
ago. Yes, I had time to watch it years ago.
But wait, Craig, you didn't have money last week. I thought that whatever happens in the past
Perpetuity.
happens now.
what
No,
does last week have to do with years
It means
ago
that
watching Tooth Fairy?
You watched Tooth Fairy. You couldn't see Rampage. Come
Time
on.
only moves
Time
forward
is
for
in a
us.
circle. He's like
No,
fucking
time,
Arrival.
for
shit.
us, time only moves forward, and then we're still looking about how physics would react if we looked at time going backwards. And so when he says that, it only means it going forwards. You can't think about it going backwards.
It doesn't work that way. You should know that, bro.
should just fucking know that.
Thanks for all the subscriptions today. We really appreciate it. By way.
Thank you.
Fuck. Rampage next week.
Yeah.
Fine.
Next week.
Fine.
Next week. Next fucking week. You gonna remember
Now
this?
that we have
Well, I'm not
actual
gonna get a-
fucking confirmation.
I'm not gonna get a fucking text on Saturday going, guys, I can't.
Well, now that I have actual confirmation that we are in fact going to see it, unlike last week.
Bullshit. Hey, whoever's listening right now, go ahead and dig up in the Nude Clan episodes when we planned on watching Rampage. Go ahead and dig it up.
Nah.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Nothing.
If you're so certain, you should.
Because there's going to be nothing.
be.
There's no
So don't look.
There's no confirmation. There's no confirmation there. I don't want anybody to waste their time. That's all. All right. What has everybody been playing? Let's fucking just move on. Yeah, just go silent. That's fine. It's fine. For me, I've been playing Dragon Quest VII and Catherine. That's pretty much fucking it.
Did you play Rampage?
I didn't. You know what? I could have played Rampage, but I didn't.
So you could have
have any
played
money.
it, but you couldn't have watched it.
I
He
could've
didn't
played
have
it.
any money last week, Schweiss. Of course he can't play Rampage this week.
Well, I could have played it. I have the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm the only one who's even remotely heard of that game.
Hey, I played
I
it.
played Rampage.
I never owned it, but I went over to my aunt's house every Thanksgiving, and she had a PlayStation 1 and Rampage, and I played it there.
I pirated it one time. It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, and you can. Oh, there was a League of Legends version of Rampage. Do you remember that?
I do
Where
vaguely
it was
remember
Cho'Gath,
that. Yeah,
and you,
Cho'Gath,
like,
yeah.
would break buildings and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was basically Rampage.
Kind of. But not really. You okay, Joe?
I'm still reeling over your accusatory response this morning. Why did you watch it last night?
Because somebody had fucking stopped me, and I assumed it was you and Schweiss.
Why would it be me? God damn it.
Because I thought you were sleeping over here at Schweiss's. That's what I thought. Because you had to watch the movie.
How did you come up with this entire story?
I don't know. I just assumed that's what was going on.
In a moment.
Especially since Schweiss was watching the movie at fucking midnight.
So if I hear that you have no money to see Rampage, I'm supposed to make up an entire story about how you somehow snuck into Rampage last night
Yep.
before the episode starts?
Yep.
Well, I just assumed you were there.
Craig
Yep.
creates his own world.
Apparently. I literally have no way to see that movie. Is what the text says right there. I'm looking. Look.
I remember
You know what it
seeing
fucking
You
says?
said you have no way to watch that, and then
I
Schweiss
have-
said that he was renting it on Vudu.
It's on Vudu. Log on and view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't say you couldn't watch it. You said you had no way to watch it.
I-
And then somebody was fucking watching it at midnight by the time that you would be here.
When I say I literally have no way.
Guess what? I
Craig.
thought you and Schweiss were watching it.
When I say I literally have no way, it means I don't have access to Vudu at that moment.
But you do have access
But I don't at my sister's house, Craig.
You can download it on your phone. It's literally available on the phone. You had a way. You always have a way.
Could have borrowed a laptop.
Life finds.
I would have to
life
go-
finds a
Life
way.
finds
I
a
would
way.
have to get into my sister's Wi-Fi, which I don't have. They're
Life finds a
asleep.
way.
I can't
Why don't
do
you
that
have-
over 4G.
I mean, you could, just not for
It
very
would-
long.
No, I can't, Cameron.
Fucking awful.
There I have, quote unquote, I literally have no way to watch this movie
I
right
once
now.
watched half of a Netflix movie in a parking lot.
Why?
Because I was waiting for someone, and I had just,
Half of a movie, though?
Yeah, it was that crappy Navy SEAL, or the Navy SEALs one where it's about, what was it about? Was it the Bin Laden takedown?
Which one? Which movie?
It was the one that was funded by the military to make.
Was it the 13 hours or whatever?
Shit.
Something.
I know what movie you're talking about. The
I
one
watched
that's
half of that.
It's not Zero Dark 30.
No,
Shitty. It's the really positive message.
yes,
Zero Dark
yes,
30. Okay.
yes, that one.
So the more positive Zero Dark 30 is. Yeah. Zero Dark 30 is great. I didn't see the other one because I was like, I already saw Zero Dark 30 and this looks like shit.
It wasn't good. it was over the top, but yeah.
Okay, what did you play, Cameron?
So yesterday I had wanted to beat a game, but then ended up playing games that you can't beat. So
Oh, well, you just spoiled hog.
So anyways, I have recently purchased a 2DS just because I really wanted to play another Metroid game since it's been, I don't know, however long since I beat Metroid Prime. So I've been playing and running through Samus Returns on the 2DS, and it just feels like I am getting these power-ups super easy and super fast. It's like nothing or to have the spider ball. So, yeah. So it seems like it's easier. Then I also played, sorry I had a burp. I also played...
I just thought it was a weird pause. It's all
Yeah.
dramatic pause in a weird spot. You also played 10,000.
I was just waiting for
I've
you to
never
get
heard
done.
of.
It's just a different title, guys. Just got to pick it up. Overwatch, of course. I played a second of Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1, they're doing some bigger changes as at the end of the life of the game, just, I guess, for fun. They're doing stuff to the sweet spot for snipers, and the sniping overall kind of gets a nerf.
Wait, sniping has been nerfed?
in a
well,
weird
fuck that
way.
game, then.
No. In a weird way. So, in Battlefield 1, you have what's called a sweet spot mechanic, where a certain sniper rifle at a certain range will do 100 damage for an upper body shot. And every rifle has a different range where that happens in.
Like the perfect shot,
Yes.
the best shot,
The magic
And-
bullet, if you will.
the actual thing. That
And
should
so
happen.
now they're adding an update to where if you see so you know the sniper scope glint, when someone's scoped in on you, you see that little glint. Well, now if you are within that sniper sweet spot range, it'll add a rainbow effect to the scope glint, so you know to get out of the way.
Okay.
Also, they added another thing which you can disable in the menus to where as you're sniping, the only part in focus are people within your sweet spot area. Everything else kind of fuzzy. But if you hold your breath, everything else comes into view. So it's trying to help you get to your sweet spot range and snipe from that range.
How about the bullets always just do 100 damage?
Everywhere?
Yeah,
What
everywhere.
if it hits an arm first?
Fine, they bleed out. It's fine, or they lose the arm. It's okay. I just want anywhere to be a death for them.
Craig, because he's not super accurate, just wants the game to change around him.
No, I like sniping in the game. It's just really frustrating if you like manage to hit somebody from like fuck off far away, and then it's like you
Out
do
of
10
your-
damage to
Out of
them.
your sweet spot range. And the
fuck
sweet
them.
spot was supposed to make it so people don't sit at the end of the map and lob stupid far shots and contribute
That's
nothing to
all
the game.
Battlefield is. That's all I want it to be.
It's a pissing contest.
Go play
It is.
Sniper
It's a
Elite
pissing
4.
contest. Oh yeah, that game is sweet too. I love the X-ray shots, especially when you get a testicle one. Oh, it's amazing.
Other than that, I don't think so. Yep, that's all I played. Yep.
All right. Well, I played nothing but Vagrant Story, and I didn't really play that much of that either. So
Sounds fun,
I played nothing.
dude. We have like little time to beat Catherine.
I know.
You should jump on that.
You have little time.
I have to beat Vagrant Story tomorrow. Catherine, I have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's one that's clearly more important. But then I've got God of War. So the problem is, and I've had to set aside Twitter, and the only tweet that bled through that my phone like gave me was Skull Haiti saying, "Hey, don't look at the trophies for God of War. You'll be able to platinum it with one playthrough." And that was the only one I saw. Everyone's like, "Hey, this boss is really cool in God of War," and there's like a screenshot attached. I'm like, I can't look at
seen
that.
any of that.
I can't look at
I've
that.
been avoiding it too. Like
So
I want my God of War to be pure.
Yeah, I'm not looking at anything. I'm staying away from the Twitters. I'm staying away from any kind of spoiler. And it sucks because that's the game I really want to play. And Vagrant Story is cool and all, but Vagrant Story is kind of a fuckface. And then I'm going to have to play Catherine, which is also supposed to be kind of a fuckface.
I've had some glitching trophies in Catherine, just so you know.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
more glitching games.
If it's just
Only
a
the
trophy,
trophies, not the gameplay.
If
The
it's a
game
trophy,
itself.
then I don't care.
Not like Vagrant Story. God damn it! I never ran into this with UFF. It's making. I can't believe Square Enix put out such a glitchy piece of fuck. I can't believe it. Someone else glitched too. Someone on Twitter it's like, hey, I also glitched on a save. I can't save anymore, and I'm
Oh, that was
2 hours
that was
away from the end.
There was a different game though. I think
no, it was Vagrant Story.
was it Vanguard
Yeah.
Story? Oh, I heard the same thing about a different game though.
Yeah, so I've been
Yeah,
kind
you
of
can wait and listen to me sneeze.
I've been kind of fucked
fine.
this week on time because I've worked at noon, and then I've gotten off at midnight every day. And then I wake up at 7, and then I do my stuff, and then I go to work.
so
and
yeah,
then
12-hour days.
Yeah.
I got you beat. I only had one 12-hour day this week.
Mine were technically 11 and a half. 'cause I got
13-hour days.
But then my boss, in his loving way, he was like, I came up to him and I was so mad because I was like, Jesus Christ, you're going to make me work Saturday and Sunday too? I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? And like, he's like, well, I mean, I don't want to give you all the 12-hour days. And I'm like, so you schedule me 7 in a row? That's much better. Thank you. Thanks, pal. Like,
Thanks for making my life easier.
yeah, like, thanks for the effort, you fuck. And, like, I was trying to explain to him, I'm like, you can just schedule me on Monday if you want. Like, I know that's a busy day. It's the day you need me. And then he took it as, like, okay, I'll put you down for Monday. I'm like, no, wait, I don't want to work Monday. I'm saying, like, Don't work me on Saturday and Sunday where it's 8 hours maybe. Work me on Monday where it's a lot, and then give me some fucking time out of here. Like, it's... I was so pissed off at it. I was like, man, I want to ring this guy. I want to kill him right now.
You want to ring this guy? You want to marry him?
Yeah, I do.
I want to ring you.
And then I'm going to bury him in the crawl space. No, dude, I was
it.
so mad, though. I was, like, so infuriatingly mad when I saw it. When I saw that I had to work Saturday and Sunday. So today I have to go in at 3 and work till whenever. I don't know. And then I get Monday off and then Tuesday off, which is fine. At least I'm getting 2 in a row.
You get Vagrant Story Day off?
Yeah, Vagrant Story Day. And the only reason why it's Vagrant Story Day and Vagrant Story isn't fucking done is because I had to work last night and then I have to work today.
Well, we'll both be in the same spot tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I know.
But somehow we got to beat that game before I have to go home. Which is not... I got to figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So that's why I haven't had any time, and it's really, really pissing me off. Like, I'm getting very angry at it.
What weapons do you have in Vagrant Story?
I got a spear,
You got a spear.
Magnolia Frau, and
Okay.
Claymore.
You have 3 weapons for 6 different types.
No, I have multiple weapons. I have
Okay.
more than that.
All right. Okay. Fucking scared of whatever you've done, and I had my shit all laid out, dude. It was beautiful.
It's because you looked at a guide from the beginning, and I didn't.
I didn't look at a guide.
No,
from
you
the
did.
beginning. No, I didn't.
No, you
Otherwise, I
did.
wouldn't have fucked myself.
You
over.
started the game over, and from the beginning of that
I didn't
new
start
game,
my game over. I said I was going to, and I didn't do it.
No.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I got myself out of there.
Well, you've been looking at a guide for a long time.
Yeah, I looked at a guide to see where I was, just like you do.
Yeah.
And I did look at I did read a weapon guide because people told me I needed to. So I read it, didn't understand it enough, and then fucked myself over, and then had to read a different weapon guide to really understand it. So yeah, I
Yeah.
did do some guide reading. Yeah.
I didn't do that for the weapons.
Oh.
I just figured it out.
You got my guide, which was 1 weapon per type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also was taking me forever to get to that spot. It's like 14 hours. I have fallen asleep multiple times while playing, though, so I don't know.
So an extra hour onto there.
Oh, is that what you were at?
An extra hour, and I went and had to do I had to get myself unstuck, and that took about an hour and a half of that game time. So, yeah.
I guess it's not that bad then.
No, it's not bad.
You should be okay. I'm not in a good spot where I saved because I just climbed the tower.
Okay, we're
and
gonna both
saved.
get out of there together.
You can get out. The problem is I was like, I got to get out of this room because everything was destroying me, and then I opened the next door and it's the dragon boss, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is not where I
When
need
will
to
it
be.
end? Did you fight the dragon boss?
Yeah, I turned it off because I wasn't going to be able
You
to beat
didn't
him.
beat him. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I need to go back and find a way to get full health before I can face the dragon. So I have to kill everything in that
You
stupid
have to kill
room.
everything in the room, yeah.
But it's not just an easy thing. I'm almost out of healing items. I'm like,
Or you're out of MP.
yeah, but I can get MP
So
back.
after you killed that boss, you didn't hang out, get your MP up, then
No, I ran to the save. No, I did, and then I got butt fucked by the next area. It's like you walk in and like the camera. Thank you for the follow. The camera is
Don't want to make the dragon angry.
the camera is absolute
butt fuck
trash. The camera is trash when you walk in this room. It's like you're behind. It's like how the camera sometimes just fucks you.
well, yeah, it was black.
I literally couldn't
It's
see.
a black screen.
I mean, mine wasn't black; it was brown, but I couldn't see my character. And then there are 3 enemies right off the bat just destroying me, and I'm like, okay, well, I just fought this thing, and it said like the guide says like continue on to the next room for the save where the save point is. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just walk in there and save. Not a big deal. I walk in and there's like 4 guys. I'm like, shit, I can't save, and I don't want to go back because I've already climbed this stupid fuckface little like maze of a ledge system in this room, and like I'm up to the top, so I just saved it and stayed there. What I think I'm probably gonna do though is I'm probably just gonna like run all the way back down, go into the room the boss was in, and hope no one spawns in there.
oh, there's guys who spawn there when the boss is dead.
Oh God, what are they?
I can't remember.
If
but
they're the
I did
blobs.
that because I did that on my second save. I tried to unglitch it by like I'll kill the boss, wait for the timer to run out, go back to the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So I thought maybe the glitch had something to do with the timer or where I was in that shit, and it didn't work, of course. But yeah, and then when I ran back through, there was guys in there.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
That's not good.
But
at
you
all.
can go to you can get kicked out of the room, and the guys there are pretty weak. You can just kill those off and just hang out. And get your MP up and your HP up and continue forward.
Yeah. The last boss, I used a lot of healing stuff. And the problem was that I didn't learn the ability that knocks damage dealt by magic back. So it's like the reflect, but it's reflect magic damage. And that boss does nothing but magic, the elemental guy. So I wasn't able to do any knockbacks to him. So I ended up just like pulling out my two-handed greatsword and using my god abilities on him until he died. But I didn't.
I just did degenerate and I added whatever the opposite element was onto my guy.
I wasn't doing enough damage with
Then
the,
I kicked his ass
with
multiple
the-
times. I
with the
now
thing.
killed him like 7 fucking times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rocked him, but I used a lot of stuff and I shouldn't have. So I mean, hopefully we can beat the game on my save file.
Hopefully.
If not, it won't take us long to get back there, right?
It will take a while, actually. It'll take a
It'll
while.
be a day. It'll be Monday.
It'll take a while. You can skip the cutscenes, but they're not that long either.
That's true, yeah.
So, fuck. Fuck!
So I assume the only game that you've been playing is
I didn't
Vagrant
play
Story.
anything. I
Oh,
didn't
you
play
didn't even
no.
play Vagrant Story?
Because I was waiting for Schweiss to get to that spot. And I thought he got to that spot. I drove all the way down here, took the save, and I realized I
That's-
misunderstood Schweiss's text. And I drove 3 hours on a misunderstood text.
Nice.
So that was another little adventure. That was on Tuesday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him where I was at, and then he, for some reason, thought the giant crab that I told him I killed was the earth elemental. And I'm like, why would you think that?
I don't know. It's like a round, hard thing. I don't know. I didn't think crab or not. I just
A
thought.
large nub.
Yeah.
Well, we know what everybody's
Fuck
been
you.
playing, but has anyone beaten a game this week?
Nope.
No.
No.
Nope. It's a failure. Oh my god.
Sad this
I am
time.
going to bring my PSP and Valkyrie Profile Lenneth to work from now on, though. Play that on my lunches.
Oh,
so-
yeah?
Yeah.
Valkyrie Profile's sweet.
Yeah, I didn't really understand it, but
You gotta learn the how to combo stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
What happened twice to the hog I used to know?
Too much work.
Too much work.
Work and Vagrant Story.
Welcome to a post office job.
Yeah, no shit.
God, it's terrible, guys. It's fucking terrible. I don't know why I volunteered to work for 2 weeks. I had the worst week ever.
When did
this
you
week.
volunteer to work 2 weeks?
For these 2 weeks.
Oh.
So I work
Okay.
next week as well.
Oh God, I have to actually work.
At least I already saw Rampage.
It's fine.
Oh my god. All right.
Well, for you, it sucks because you don't even get paid hourly. You
Nope.
just get whatever.
Nope. So when my days go long, it's all just shit. It's just really shitty. There's no like little positive spin on it. It's not like, ooh, at least I get to drive around in the heat, sweating all day, and putting on sunscreen every 30 minutes
Sounds like fun.
with a broken speaker on one side. I love it. There's not even like a.
Oh yeah, speaking of
There's
broken
nothing
speakers,
positive here.
fuck all of the bands like that got really into the whole stereo sound because I can only have one.
stereo.
I only have one headphone that I'm allowed to have in, and like AC/DC's old stuff, like it's all stereo. So like I hear like a couple notes here and there, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, why was this the thing? Everyone's like, whoa, you can have one part of the song in one ear and then the other part of the song in the other ear. And then that was just what everybody did. Fuck that. Do not latch on to the new fucking trend because it makes things impossible.
Stereo trend.
It was, and it's so fucking annoying.
No,
I
they
can't
used
hear
to do it.
shit.
They used to do it like late 60s. They were going like all out with the stereo.
And it's annoying.
and
It's
like there's
so
a good like
bad.
in Black Sabbath, like the guitar solo will just be on one side.
Yeah.
It'll just be on one side.
The Doors,
there's
it was that
stuff
way
in-
too. I was like, no, I can't listen to this because
Metallica's
all
pretty
half.
good because there's just two rhythm guitars on. There's one on each side, and then
yeah,
see Metallica.
Metallica works, but
Keep it on Metallica. Sometimes there's like
oh no, the Cure by Metallica, that one doesn't work either. Half of it is the like really awesome. That's on the side that I don't have, and so it's just the other like three notes. I'm like, fuck. All I wanted to hear was that song right now, and I can't hear the best part.
On the bright side, Schweiss, your Audible isn't on stereo.
That's true, yeah.
Could you
true.
imagine?
Nude Clan
Every
is not on
every
stereo
other
either.
character is in each ear.
It'd be like a conversation between two people. One person's on one side, the other person's on the other side.
Yeah.
that would be
A
an
for Extreme
interesting
says just convert
experience.
all of your albums to mono. I was
Oh,
thinking
you're
about
right.
that.
Yeah. Because that's worth it.
That would take forever, yeah, but
Just get a Bluetooth thing and put it in one ear, and it should just sub to mono.
yeah, that's true. I need new
So
headphones
it won't
anyway.
it won't
If
just
you want
take one
shitty
side.
quality for like a
Yeah, it will be
Bluetooth
shitty
headset.
quality, but yeah.
No. When you listen to music, it has to be in full quality.
Cameron, it's like talking to you. It's like you didn't grow up poor, but you did. And so
Ain't poor no more, though.
he's like, well, why don't you just have the
Cam
best?
Cam has
See,
a-
for
Cam has the taste for the fancy things in life.
for me, it
Why
was
don't you just have the best?
for me. I would save my pennies until I could buy the best.
God,
And you fools just spent it all on the cheap ass.
that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Well,
And
I
then
can't-
you had to keep replacing yours while I was saving for mine, and then I finally have mine, and it's still here. It still works.
whatever.
Yeah.
Except when it comes to your fucking tablet.
My tablet.
Yeah, your tablet. Instead of getting a good computer.
No, that was a gift. Number one, that was a gift.
Oh.
And number two,
And you weren't like, get this away from me.
and
it's
number
not made
two,
of
it
gold.
still works. It's not a tablet. It was a Microsoft Pro, Microsoft Surface 3, and it's basically a laptop. It's not a tablet. It looks like it's a laptop and tablet.
It's a
form.
tablet until you take off the optional, or it's a tablet once you take off the optional
Yeah,
keyboard thing.
but it's like a tablet with Windows in it, and it works just fine.
well,
As
phones
a
have
computer.
Windows too, but they're not.
Guys,
I guess technically
can we
it is.
confirm that is a tablet?
You know what though? Tablets are computers though.
Yeah,
I mean, our phones are computers.
I mean-
if it computes, technically,
it's much larger and more powerful than other tablets. I mean, I wouldn't have got it myself.
his Surface
personally,
is
but-
better than the two laptops that we ran through years ago.
Yeah,
By far.
not anymore. Probably it's real old. I mean, it's getting old now. So, and it still works just fine, but it's just not as powerful as what I want it to be.
Yeah.
The finer things in life.
Yeah. Caleb, we got a
Cameron.
question.
We do. We got one from For Extreme. He says this question's probably been asked at some point.
Can
but,
we decide on how we're gonna say that fucking name?
I don't know.
Is it
I mean, he's
A for
he's on the
Extreme
Twitch stream
or
right now.
A for Extreme?
I say A for
or
Extreme.
A for Extreme.
I
And his
don't know.
name
I'm
is-
Just, I'm just gonna say it different every time.
Yes, you are. I know this.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It says, but maybe it'll be fun to get an update. What's the most recent game that you've stopped playing, either due to hitting a wall or from too much content, or general lack of interest for the host's non-show required games? Recently, I had to put down Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm 40 hours in, and not even halfway done with the story, and the story itself really started to drag where I'm at. There's also such a wealth of side quests and general gameplay mechanics that it feels like an insurmountable obstacle. I ended up getting Splatoon 2, so I just had to play something. So I had something to take a break from Xenoblade with.
Craig has a real talent.
Fuck you.
He's gonna get better at it. We'll just wait.
No. It's a real talent. Whenever you need something read to you in just a
Just the worst way possible.
no. So right off the bat, I have a game that I had to put down and stop playing because I hit a literal wall where a staircase sucked me in and I can't get out. And I had saved right, and it I think it's auto saved as I got sucked into the
Into the wall?
into the staircase. It was the Aragon game.
Oh, yeah.
I had played it. I had
that.
played it all the way up to where you're about to fight the I forget what. It's been so long since I was in the Aragon universe. Who's the Aragon? Who is the long-haired dude? Who is the evil guy?
I don't like fucking
Sauron.
Voldemort.
No, it was
Anti-Aragon.
it was the dude with all the souls in him that he put
Legion.
something like that. Anyways, I was
Fuck,
on my
that's
way
his name,
up
but
the
that's
staircase to go
what it
fight
should
him,
be.
so it was auto-saving, and the staircase sucked me in, and I couldn't get out, so I had to put down the game. It was either that or start it over, and yeah.
I read the first two of those books.
Wasn't that
I
kid
read
like
the first
14 or the guy like a teenager? when he
Yeah,
wrote
as a
it?
teenager.
Yeah, he just saw
That's
Star Wars
probably-
and then wrote a
that's
book about
probably
it.
great.
Yeah, then when someone pointed that out, I'm like, damn it. I can't read this anymore. Because it is. It's just a straight rip-off. It's just fucking
like
Star
beat
Wars.
for
beat. God. It's like
Just
Mortal
barely-
Kombat is to Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, it's
Aragorn. Wait, wait, how do you do that kind of statement? Aragon is to Star Wars what Mortal Kombat is to blank, or the other way around, I guess.
God.
Yeah, it's basically, instead of just being sci-fi, it's just straight up fantasy. Like, that's exactly like the only difference.
All right.
I think fantasy and sci-fi have slightly different like storytelling. I think Star Wars, the original ones, are all fantasy. Because sci-fi to me is like Jurassic Park.
It's got some sci-fi stuff in it.
There's sci-fi stuff with like the tech, I guess, but
It's a fantasy
it's not
movie
really.
set in a sci-fi
Yeah, that's
world.
what it is. Yeah, but like Jurassic Park is just sci-fi.
Yeah.
So
I
I
guess-
definitely prefer.
But really, there's no such thing as genre.
I guess another
If we
one
want to go into the rabbit hole.
I'm kind of hitting content-wise is for
That's right, buddy.
Ghost Recon Wildlands. The game is massive. It's huge. So many different missions you get to do, and so many different guns. But I feel like the gameplay, the gunplay, just gets stale after a while, just because there's only so
Yeah.
much you can do.
Yeah, there's not much to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just think of a huge, massive game where you're doing the same thing every time.
Yeah, there's not much of a difference, especially since you can get all the abilities, so you don't even have to like basically choose a,
A
path
game,
to go
a
down.
huge game where you do the same thing the entire game,
Like
Digimon.
the. But see, that
Kinda
one's
like
different.
that. Yeah, I
because
made it- I made a
different
Hootie Mon in the
Digimon,
end.
different Digimon do different things. So
You know, we didn't even mention how that guy burps all the time in the review. Like, I was like, gotta remember to bring that up. Gotta remember to bring up his belching. And then I didn't.
Wait,
I
who?
see now. I don't remember.
The guy, the Digimon main guy,
Memory
he like burps
wiped.
when he's nervous.
40
I'm like,
hours of my life gone.
You don't remember that?
No, I
Yeah, he
don't.
would like belch, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what is this? What is this guy's problem? Like, I'm nervous, nervous. Yeah, dude, he did that. It was so.
None of us remember
who
this.
did that?
The main guy in Digimon, whatever. I don't know what his name is. Fucking
You mean
Hoodie
the,
Man.
your main character?
Yeah, your guy. He burps. You don't remember that shit? It's
No.
crazy.
None of us remember it.
It's so dumb.
You're
Yeah, I was like,
crazy.
God. I was thinking, like, man, how can this game make me more uncomfortable and like hateful right now? And then he just like belches because he's nervous. I'm like, well, there it is.
Twice. I have memory loss.
That's
that
how.
That's probably for the best.
It
Are
is
you
for the
sure it
best.
was belching? Are you sure it wasn't just anything else?
Yeah,
like a nervous stomach, and it like made the sound.
it reminded me of how in Final Fantasy VIII, there's that one guy on the train that like talks about dirty magazines, and he's hunched over because he has a boner and he doesn't want to show everybody his
Oh,
raging
yeah.
boner. And he's like, my stomach aches.
My stomach aches, and
It's
he
those
squats,
dirty
and then she
magazines.
goes, he reads dirty magazines. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, and when I was younger, I was like, I don't get it.
With his stomach
And then
hurt?
now I'm like, okay, I get it.
His
means he's
boner
squat-
is such a rager that it's like gonna, it's gonna cut through his jeans.
Yeah, if he
He's
stands up.
squatting in a power stance.
He
Yeah,
just doesn't want people to see the tint he's pitching. That's all, guys.
yeah. From the dirty magazines, though. That's why the
Dirty
chick isn't
magazines
into it.
that he's not looking at right now.
Yeah,
He's just like,
it's just like he's thinking about when he was looking at them.
He reads dirty magazines. I hope he suffer.
I read it for the articles. Lies. That's just what you tell yourself so you can go to sleep at night. Yeah, I did that too. I did that years ago to Assassin's Creed 2. There was no reason for me to put it down. I was like, wow, this is way better than Assassin's Creed 1. Like, the combat is so fucking good. And then I got to like chapter 3 and I just put it down and I never picked it back up.
Oh my god!
There was
you didn't
no
even get to
reason.
where it really got good.
There was no reason for it. And I loved the first game. I had a lot of fun with it. Second game improved on every single aspect.
Yeah, literally, it's like the basis of like everything.
And then I put it down and never picked it up again. I did that for that game, and then I also, I guess Dino Crisis. I got near the end, but I got to a spot where I just could not get past these dudes, and I couldn't figure out what to do with the puzzle. And reading guides on old games sometimes is like infuriating. So I was just like, "Fuck this! I don't want to do this right now." Like, it's just too bullshit. The dinosaurs do too much fucking damage to you, and I can't get out of this room. So I put it down and I haven't finished it yet. I'm like an hour away from beating that thing too. So like I could just knock it out and have it done, but I just don't want to because it just hurt me too much. Too much in the past, yeah.
yeah.
So those are the two big ones that I
have done semi-recently, I'd say. Just dropped.
I think the most recent one for me is probably Witcher 3, and it's mostly because like I wanted to do literally everything in it because I have the 2 expansions that add like 30 more hours of gameplay, and I was like near the end of the game anyway, and I had done a lot of side quests, but not as much as I wanted to because I really enjoy it. I wanted to do everything, but then I had to do like a shitload of stuff for the show, so I was like, oh well, I can't play this like 200-hour RPG. I got to do other shit. I think it was like when I had to do Persona. This is when I was playing that heavily. So yeah, Persona fucked me out of The Witcher. What the fuck did you do?
Nothing. I know pretty early on in a game when I'm not going to be interested in it anymore. Usually like 2 hours in-ish, so I don't know. I'm not going to play Fortnite unless someone else is playing Fortnite.
Yeah,
Just gotta get good.
playing it.
When you get good, it gets fun.
I'm not going to go through something
Yeah.
to get good at it to enjoy it. I'm past that.
It's the most popular game right now.
I saw this sweet meme from Alex yesterday where it was like, it was some guy, it was like some colonel in a movie, I think, and he's like, when it's 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. and you say you're going to do one more round, and then it like had a picture of him, and then like below it, it was him like as a skull, and then it was like 4 a.m. and it was where we dropping, boys. That's totally what happens because it's like fuck, and then you just jump right into another game. Like, come on, let's go.
Because you hop into a game and then something stupid happens, y'all die. So you're like, okay, let's quickly match into another one.
We can't handle
Hey,
it.
no, we were so close that time, so you got to match into another one. Yeah.
It's like they designed it to have you keep playing.
Yeah, forever and ever and ever.
It's almost like that.
It is so fun, and I want to play it again, but I just don't have time. Yeah. Vagrant Story and Catherine and God of War.
I got to not play Vagrant Story. That's what I got to do.
And I'm paying the price now because Vagrant Story is late, and it's late because I played a shitload of Fortnite. I could have been playing Vagrant Story. I could have been playing Catherine.
When was this shitload of Fortnite happening?
Actually, I don't know what would have
Weeks ago.
happened because if you were ahead on Vagrant Story and I had that save problem, I wouldn't be able to play this week either. I was working.
Yeah, that's true.
So then I would be the one holding us up instead of both of us being the one holding us up. Whoa, are you crying, Craig?
No.
Okay, he yawned, his eyes got a water, and then his side of his face was like twitching.
It was like holding the yawn.
It's like he was like shaking. It was like it was about to go, like diverge into tears. You listen to
Yes, pay attention to the fact that I'm fat, and so any movement of my face will just shake my cheeks.
it wasn't that was not a natural shake. It wasn't a like impact and then bloop.
It was
It was
a
on-
fucking yawn shake.
But do you shake when you yawn? Is there like a tremor?
Maybe when he yawns, his
It
whole
wasn't
face.
there this time.
It's just his jaw just gets so
It was like
intense. Unlike you, Joe, who can't open his mouth all the way, else you get stuck that way.
That's true.
Next time that happens, we should just try to throw food in his mouth.
Get some goldfish and just be like,
Swish.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but throat.
One of my proudest moments in life is some guy he was like throwing around
uvula.
gummy bears. I was like 30 feet away from him or something. I just walking in the park with Dylan, and then this guy's like, "Hey, catch!" And he throws the gummy bear at me, and I just catch it in my mouth and ate it. It was like one of my proudest moments
Did you
in my
just
life.
catch some random dude's gummy
Yes.
bears with your mouth?
Yes, I did,
Laced
and
in
I
LSD.
was fine.
Is that why you're such a fan of Bill Cosby? Is that who it was?
Oh, no.
he doesn't remember the rest of the day.
I don't remember the rest of it actually.
Here's some pudding bears.
No, the rest of the day was me and Dylan going like, "That was fucking awesome." Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
Eventually, the trailer will play. I wonder if this is that throttling they've been talking about.
no, you've been saying that, but
It
it's
only buffered to like halfway, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Deep underground. In a top-secret research lab, security has been breached. A deadly virus capable of contaminating the entire world has been released.
I didn't even see that.
We have to get out of this building. What was that? It's the brakes!
It's okay, we're here to help. Now, an elite team has been sent in to stop it.
5 hours ago, Red Queen went homicidal.
Who's the Red Queen?
State-of-the-art artificial intelligence.
The corporation's keeping a few secrets down here.
But they have only 3 hours left before it begins infecting and mutating the whole human race.
Everyone stay calm.
You have to get out.
Don't listen to anything she says. She's a holographic representation of the Red Queen.
Maybe our only way out of here.
How is she still standing?
She isn't standing now.
No one is immune. Resident Evil.
You're all going to die down here.
Music from Slipknot. Yeah. So Resident Evil. Good shit. You know what?
No.
You know what? The games are good. The games are good. 2002 horror film. Directed
people
by
keep
Paul
telling me that-
W.S. Anderson. Paul W.S. Anderson, yet again. Striking. He was the director of Mortal Kombat, right?
Yes.
And he's going to be the director of 3 more Resident Evil movies.
Yeah, didn't he just make Phantom Thread?
Oh, yeah. Same guy. Certainly, same guy, same track record.
Definitely another Paul Anderson.
Yeah, that's why they give him the WS. He's the W. Paul W. Anderson.
Damn it.
Yeah, so the movie's initial budget was a startling $33 million. Not bad, right?
It's mid-budget.
And then it ended up grossing $103 million at the box office. So that is why there are 7 or 6, I think it's 6 Resident Evil movies now.
Because it made a fuckload of money.
It made a lot of money, yeah. And that's purely from the theaters. That's a pretty good
remember
profit.
the little breakdown I've seen before on movie whatever it makes at the box office, what they're expecting that it'll make in ancillary markets after the movie goes through. So look at that number and double it within 2 years of the movie being released.
So it made $206 million and it cost 33.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good profit horror.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
It's not up to the same standards as the Mortal Kombat movie as far as like the disgusting amount of profit that it made, but it's still pretty damn good, and it did spawn 4 or 5 fucking sequels to it. Whereas Mortal Kombat only got Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's saying something.
I don't know what it's saying, but it's saying something.
I don't know why it's saying what it's saying either. So the movie's got Mila Jovovich as the main
I think
chick.
she's why.
Oh, she's probably why. Yeah. And then also Michelle Rodriguez those are the 2 stars that I know from, but everybody else just like nobody in the movie. So yeah, it starts out.
I think the cop guy is in other stuff, but I can't remember
which one.
The cop guy,
the 90s
hairstyle guy.
Yeah, the guy who has perfect hair throughout the entire movie.
Just remember, guys who get really modern haircuts. That's what you're gonna see. You're gonna look at something for 10 years from now. You're gonna be like, wow, that looks really 2016, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just remember that, guys. Just remember that. Cameron.
I don't ever get pictures taken of me, so
Yeah,
he just wears hats.
Save.
He just got it cut that way to make you mad, and then now he just wears a hat every
Okay,
day.
as long as there's no pictures of me wearing the zipper shirt, I'll live.
Yeah, the zipper shirt. I think
we've
might
already
be,
taken thousands of pictures. It's fine.
I think the zipper shirt might be worse than the haircut.
Zipper shirt.
Because the haircut, it's just a haircut. Like, it's stupid looking, sure. But you know what?
No, I just have a hat on
zipper
because
shirt.
on Sunday I can't be bothered with putting tons of product in my hair to hold it over to the side. So
Yeah.
I think the zipper shirt is never necessary. A haircut is necessary in some respect.
Okay, so Resident Evil.
Yeah. Movie starts out. We get Mila Jovovich in a mansion. She's naked. I thought that's where the.
That's not where it starts out.
We see some nip.
We start out with like a bunch of.
we start out.
Everybody
we start
dying.
out, with the security
No,
guard
no, no.
spilling his coffee,
Nipple.
and then
Nipples where the movie starts.
Nipple, and then the movie, and then the movie ends.
that's
with,
where it started for him.
The
He
movie
wasn't paying
ends with
attention
growler
till then.
shot, and then the credits roll. You can pause it, by the way.
I bet she put something over that, by the way. I don't think that's her cooch.
Oh no, dude!
Oh, yes, dude. They do
think
that.
it was
on
raw?
movies.
It might be a fake cooch, but it's a cooch.
Yeah, it's a fake cooch.
I can pretend
Most
it's
likely.
hers if I want.
Prosthetic.
Yeah, the
If there was a
prosthetic.
if there was a chance that they were going to see it, they would have probably given her the option to put something over it.
You want a
It's like
you
all
want
those
a big vagina or a small vagina?
That's why everybody in Game of Thrones has a huge cock. It's because they're fake cocks. I'm not even kidding.
Are you telling
Hodor,
me
I bet you-
Hodor's dick was
Hodor's
fake.
dick is a fake dick. He actually had an interview where he talked about the fake dick. Sorry to ruin your guys' world of the dicks in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wiener, wiener.
Wiener. Also, in Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, she's wearing a merkin. Found that out too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I used to want to be a door-to-door Merkin salesman, but
And in Blue is the Warmest Color, those were fake vaginas.
Huh.
Yeah, really. So they weren't grinding. Two actresses weren't grinding badges up against each other. That's too
okay,
bad.
you know what? That makes me feel a little
There's
better.
a little bit
considering
of
the,
rubber in between
the gratuitous sex scenes. Yeah.
You're all welcome, guys. You're all welcome.
It was a good movie, but
It's a fantastic
It's those scenes
I
are
want to
pretty.
make a movie that's basically Phantom Thread, but it's a Merkin like designer instead. He's like really into his work, and everybody is. Yeah,
When-
take it off now.
Oh, and then you get that voiceover where she's like, when he put that fake vagina on me, or fake pubic hair on me, I just felt so beautiful, like I've never felt before.
Yeah. And then they go to the one party, and the one chick is like drunk and like slopping all over the dress, but it's like her Merkin's all like nasty, and they just like, we're taking the Merkin back. You dishonored the Merkin. with your filth.
Good old Phantom Thread
You don't
jokes.
deserve to wear that Merkin.
You don't deserve to wear. And then he's got the one lady. Yeah, I gave her baptism merkin.
Yeah.
Gotta make her wedding merkin.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm your Merkin man.
The Merkin man.
That's right.
The Merkin man.
He's married to the Merkin man. Oh shit! So yeah, I guess it doesn't start out with her naked, but the movie does start out with an underground laboratory and Umbrella Corporation, and then the narrator basically gives us the lowdown that Umbrella covers like healthcare and all sorts of technology and shit like that. So they're
cover everything.
It sits them. Yeah, that's right.
Dun.
Umbrella. That's the point. They're
You gotta
big.
get under my umbrella. Hey.
And they're a deeply entwined company within the world. So yeah, we see a vial thrown in the air retardedly at first. You're like, okay, what dumbass did that?
And then the greatness of the vials being shaped like DNA strands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
for some
fun.
reason.
Yeah.
Just to make
Just
sure
because when you have a world-ending virus, you have to make sure it's held fashionably in a nice little storage
You
space.
have to make sure people know it's like genetic manipulation.
you can't just put it in a normal
So
vial.
there was a company that was told that they had to make these like weird DNA sequence looking vials.
Yeah, they should have been set off. They should have known something was up.
What's wrong with these guys?
It's like there's so much
You guys
glass.
aren't. You
There's so
guys
much
aren't.
here not being used.
You guys aren't experimenting with genetics, are you?
No, of course not. You're not making some evil virus that's going to destroy
Movie
the world.
prop, guys. That's all.
Yeah, so it starts out there. We get a guy holding a cup of coffee that gets bumped into, spills it everywhere. And then it's like a whole lot of, okay, what's going on? And then the building starts getting sealed off. We get a nice We get a nice zoom in on the vent. So once this vial breaks open, I guess it's transferred in the air.
Yep.
And that's how people become infected.
Well,
ish.
Yeah. So the virus can infect you through any way. So the one thing about the virus is it can be transferable through air, through water, through
Which
Yeah,
is
it's
true.
basically like Ebola.
It's true within the Resident Evil universe. You are infected pretty much the whole time. Which is why when in Walking Dead they reveal that, I'm like, stupid.
Well,
of course
it's-
they are.
It's kind of stupid though, because if
Thanks
it
for
was
that.
if it was give like through the air, why the fuck weren't the guys infected when they went down there?
Oh, they are.
They were.
They're
They're
all
just not
infected.
dead yet.
Yeah. But I think when you get bitten, for some reason, it just made her sicker and sicker until she eventually died.
It's the wound that you it becomes infected. It's almost like an AIDS kind of thing. It feels like where like your immune system is kind of ruined, or like when it's transferred through saliva, it enters your bloodstream in a higher dosage, and that's what makes you go quicker.
Huh.
But all the people in the
feels
facility,
like a stretch, but-
the facility basically shuts down and kills everybody on the inside. And now we get the nude scene. Mila Jovovich wakes up in the mansion. She's like, she has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, she
Starts
has
getting
a shower curtain conveniently draped along on her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
It's not convenient. She's really having a hard time trying to act and cover up her body while
I
she's
mean, the
alone in a
placement.
house.
I mean, the placement of the curtain was like perfect on her. It was like perfectly draped.
I saw
as she had
some,
fallen.
I saw some adjustments to make sure that when she like moved around. You're right about the first shot, Craig, but like throughout the rest of the scene,
Oh,
She tries
through
to
that-
cover
yeah,
herself.
throughout
tries
the rest
to
of the
cover
scene.
herself.
Yeah, but like
and then she
it's-
just like gives up at the end.
It looks kind of funny, like she had just naturally fallen like that, and then the curtain had just like perfectly.
It's a movie
draped her.
cliche that drives me nuts. Like
You're alone.
you're
so
alone.
why would you care?
Why do you care if you're covering yourself
When
up?
I'm alone, I like stand there and like flap my balls
I
and
mean-
cock and like make them slap my stomach. So like that's what I would have done if I were Jovovich. I'd be
If
like,
we wanted to give you some modesty, we can just put the camera somewhere else.
yeah, or don't be naked. Like she didn't really need to be naked
No,
necessarily.
she didn't. And then she was immediately dressed in the next scene. Somehow she found makeup, did her hair, and also found this crazy dress thing, and then some very form-fitting tight leather boots.
Yeah.
They're pretty great.
They are pretty nice. So she goes, and then suddenly she gets raided by a SWAT team who's like coming through the windows. Now this part was really weird to me because they're coming in. They're basically the cleanup crew, and they're supposed to go down and control the situation that broke out down below.
Yeah, so,
which-
but this whole thing seems so weird to me. That
why bust through
you
the
have,
windows?
Yeah.
Like you're just
No,
going in to like see what's going on, and they're like, "Oh, you know what? Instead of walking through the front door, let's fly through the windows and like hold everybody
But
down."
the whole
with guns."
situation to me just seems like one giant plot hole. Why develop this super intelligent, super AI to then not notify anyone outside why it was doing what it was doing? The AI went haywire and killed everyone inside. That just a huge design flaw.
Why
you think the
Why
AI
was she grabbed?
Why was she grabbed?
Yeah.
I don't know, because they thought she was part of it. That's the part that doesn't make sense.
That part makes no sense.
They're like, "Oh, let's go investigate this. Hey, boss, we should go through the windows. Let's like destroy this fucking mansion and then go down to do our jobs because there are people in there." There was one chick who just woke up and like she has no idea what's going on, and they're all flying through the windows, guns drawn, holding her down
with masks on, which they immediately take off.
Yeah,
I think it's
What
kind of.
purpose did they serve?
Well, it's also
Nothing.
kind of fucking weird
Nothing.
that this like huge underground facility is underneath this fucking mansion, and everybody just like goes into work normally in the other building.
Do they all
that it's,
enter
like,
the
somehow
mansion?
attached
I
to-
mean,
yeah, like how do they fucking get in there? Because like it doesn't show anybody going in a normal building. It just shows like the security guard guy like walking in with his fucking coffee.
Yeah,
so
he
it's like,
goes-
how the fuck did they get in there?
Well, you know what? They live
Was it
in
through
there.
the mansion.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't know.
the
It
mansion's
seems
the
like it's
entrance.
through the mansion, but then you see the flashbacks of Mia Jovovich and the one guy having sex in that fucking mansion in the bed.
Well, that's
so people would
explained.
fucking just like walk through and see
As they're
that
fucking.
happening.
Yeah. No, but they live in the hive though, so they only walk through on day one. of employment. Then they stay down
If
there.
they all
forever.
live in the hive, then how'd that one girl get out to have a secret conversation with Mila in the graveyard?
Yeah.
I don't want.
You know what? The second movie explains it. I don't want to tell you why.
Wow, the second movie is like, well, let's fill in some holes.
Yes, it does fill in some holes.
Okay.
And there's a
How many
reason.
holes?
All the
There's
holes.
a reason why. And you find out pretty early in the second movie.
There's a reason why you find out they were in a mansion and they were sleeping together in the mansion. And everybody could
I wouldn't
just
call
see
that
it.
sleeping.
Do you want me to tell you
Personally.
what it is, or do you want to wait?
Let's wait. Let's.
Yeah.
Well,
suspense.
wait. We gotta
Okay,
do the
we
second
got it.
movie.
Yeah.
So they go down there, and then suddenly it becomes a video game. There's like a laser. There's like a laser room. And
So-
I read Roger Ebert's review of this movie right afterwards. It's pretty great. I'll have to find the quote for it. But yeah, there's like a
The laser
Explain the
security,
laser security scene.
thing. Like, you know how people just like the lasers are coming, so they like jump over it and whatnot. They don't fucking do that at all. One dude gets like cut in half.
Okay,
and then,
no. So
or
first the laser
he
comes.
has his hand sliced
No,
off.
no. The first laser comes around head level, and the two dudes kind of dive to the ground, but
No,
his hand
the
to get out of the
first
way. But
laser
then the
was
girl,
lower.
but
And
then
they
the girl
duck
gets
down
her head.
below it, and the one guy gets his hand chopped off, and then the other girl gets her like head cut off.
The laser keeps coming at different levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second laser is the one that cut off her head, though.
Okay. Yeah.
And then one of the lasers comes up higher, and so the guy, instead of like
He tries to. It's low, so he tries to jump it.
Oh, yeah, he
but then the
tries-
laser in the middle of coming towards him goes up higher.
goes up higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he like holds up to the ceiling, kind of like what's his name in the second Tomb
And so
Raider
the dude who
movie
jumped gets cut
doing
in
the
half.
Spider-Man push-ups.
Yeah.
He like goes up on the ceiling and he like barely dodges it, and then like another laser comes in, and then it goes like full on like fence
Grid
And
mode,
then-
yeah.
it goes
I got-
grid mode.
I got
Quick
Roger
dicer.
Ebert's
Ink.
little thing here.
Turns him into cube
quick slice
ham.
and dice.
There is one neat effect when characters unwisely venture into a corridor and the door slams shut on them. Then a laser beam passes at head level, decapitating one. Another beam whizzes past at waist level, cutting the second in two while the others duck. A third laser pretends to be high, but then switches to low. But the third character outsmarts it by jumping at the last minute. Then the fourth laser turns into a grid that dices its victims into pieces the size of a Big Mac. Since the grid is inescapable, what were the earlier lasers about?
Psych!
Does the corridor have a sense of humor? Roger Ebert.
You know what the thing is, though,
love
is
Roger
like
Ebert.
also another thing. After the guy gets cubed, our captain, he gets cubed, and then we go back to the hallway and we see the bodies of the other guys. First off, they're not cubed. And if that laser would have come through the entire corridor, which is the only way it would truly kill everything in there, cubing, it would have cubed the bodies on the ground.
Oh, it would
too.
have cubed the backpack thing that they were carrying too, which they
Yeah.
used later in the movie.
And then also the cube bits weren't even there. There was no bits of
Wait, yeah,
cube.
I know. That's what I was looking at. Like, she's going to walk in. There's just going to be cubes of
And it's
flesh.
going to be awesome, but there's no cubes.
Nothing.
He's
No.
gone.
They can only do so much with the CGI at that time. That's why when he got cubed, you don't see a
but
full
They
body
don't need
shot of him.
CGI for cubes on the
yeah.
floor.
All you need is like foam squares all bloodied.
Yeah, I mean,
can't give me that excuse, man.
They put red fucking plastic on the dogs, dude.
Yeah, they could have put red. They could have got those like
It's like
pillow
they sprayed it
cubes.
with like dark red silly string.
Yeah, that's what it was. They could have gotten some of that silly string and put it on little pillow cubes.
See, they needed that bag. In order, and then do you know how much mess would be all over the ground after you cubed a guy? It'd just be everywhere.
That's true.
you
Yeah.
ever cubed a guy before?
His insides are not going to
cubed
hold
a man.
perfect
Well,
cubes.
My favorite
They're
part
gonna
is they
just-
go back to that corridor and then it's perfectly clean. Like there's no blood or anything anywhere.
Yeah, it's like the
Obviously
zombies got their
have-
fucking
They obviously
bendy
have a
straws
cleaning
out. and,
laser
like-
that came in afterwards to clean
yeah,
it all up.
the super clean.
yeah, it's got a
brush.
clean mode. It's like
And then-
your oven. You just
It's-
2 hours
No, dude,
and
like
it just
the whole
heats up.
whole corridor just lights up with lasers. There is like no even reason for the cube grid.
Yeah. That is a good point though. Why does it fuck with you? It's like
Why even have
Because it's a video game all of a
fucking
sudden.
moving
It's
laser
like,
in the first
hey.
place? Why not just shoot them with the fucking laser? Just like target acquired and then you're dead.
I don't know. No one gets it, Cameron.
it's funny
Movie
because they
makes no
bring that
sense.
into Resident Evil 4. They have a scene where there's lasers.
Well,
and you jump over.
You're like,
them
we
and
got to
shit.
bring those classic lasers.
No
back.
cube laser.
The other
though.
part
That'd be
is
bad.
why would they bother with the laser even like coming at them when they were in the corridor and the laser could have just like started where they were?
That's true. Yeah, I could have just zapped them. And
Also, why do these arms-bearing Special Elite Forces individuals see that the lasers are coming from the walls and not fucking shoot the walls to destroy the laser? I mean, they don't even know if it's
something.
bulletproof glass. They even try.
They just assumed. Yeah, and then the other dumb part is when they got in the tunnel, like it started freaking out, and then they all stayed in the tunnel. It's like, this is not a good place to be. Like the main guy should have gotten out of the tunnel as soon as he could. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that part.
The guy that you wanted to be the Allstate guy.
Yeah, but he wasn't the Allstate guy. Yeah, that was my favorite part about Jarhead was the Allstate guy being in that movie. And then there's a deleted scene where instead of cleaning out the shitter, they're fucking, what's his name? The guy who looks like Cameron to me.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal's character thinks about blowing up the shitter instead, and that's all I remember about that movie. A deleted scene. And then the Allstate guy being
That's all you remember about
and then
that
the
movie?
Allstate guy saying "fuck" at least once in that movie. It was great.
Oh, that movie's great. Ah, damn it. There should be more things you should remember about that movie.
I remember there's no fighting.
Like the oil fields at the end, they're all on fire, and they're just like looking off. It's beautiful. Beautiful cinematography.
I thought it was a boring movie.
Fuck you, man.
What movie?
That was great.
Jarhead.
Jarhead.
It's a good movie.
There's no fighting. I want
Yeah,
a
that's
war
the
movie
point
with
of the
fighting.
movie, though, is at the end, the guy wants to kill someone. He's not allowed to. And he has a mental breakdown because all he wants to do is kill, and he can't.
One of them shot.
God, it's such a
as
good
it
movie.
got blown up. I remember that.
It's like they were so ready to go to war because their generation hadn't had a war, and they were all like getting ready for it, and then the war ends before they can get to it.
Yeah. But yeah, Allstate guy should have been this guy. He would have lived. He would have made it through the cube if it was Allstate.
Yeah.
Because you're in good hands when
accident forgiveness.
That's right. My accident forgiveness plan has brought me back to this mission.
Second life.
You too can be forgiven from your accidents.
Fucking stupid.
I want to watch that version of the movie now.
Yeah. Or it's like every time someone fucks up, the Allstate cat team lead just comes in and tells him how Allstate could have saved him from this from the effects of this wreck.
So the rest of the movie is really just like a normal zombie movie, though. Like they're gonna try to get out of there, I think, and try to get the vaccine.
Yeah, so
And
they eventually
there's just they got to get through 3 rooms of zombies to get to the next part of the movie.
Every time they try to get to a new path, they open up the door and then suddenly there's more zombies.
Shitload of zombies.
It's a movie of where if they turn around, there's more zombies. There's a
one of my
with
favorite parts is when he opens the door and
he's
he's
like,
like,
that was
elevator?
easy.
Yeah.
And then he gets grabbed by the horde. Yeah. And then there's another one where Mia Jovovich escapes the dog by closing the door at the last second, and then she does it again in the next room, and then she's turns around after she escapes, and there's a horde of zombie dogs. Right behind.
the zombie dogs are so
Dude, that
awful.
They look so shitty.
I love the scene though where she jumps up on the wall and just roundhouse kicks the dog.
It was
in the
pretty
face.
good. It was pretty good.
That was the best.
Okay,
scene
that
in the
was
whole
good.
movie.
But
was
it's not
good.
as good as the deer kick from Detective D.
That's
all
the
right?
problem. Me and Craig have seen a movie called Detective D, and also we watched the trailer for Detective D
Okay, the
about
trailer
6
is what
million
made
times
us watch the movie.
because there's a scene where a dude fucking kicks a deer in the face, and then in the trailer, the deer makes a sheep baa noise. It's and me and Craig were just looking at kung fu movies to watch. We're like, let's watch the trailer to this, and we just were it was beautiful. So when we saw this movie,
it came out of fucking nowhere too. It is the greatest trailer of all time.
when we saw Resident Evil, we were like, oh, that's great, but I've seen it done better. That's the problem.
I don't know, man. Do you remember when we watched the Freddy Got Fingered trailer? And I did the daddy do some sausages part? Joe laughed for 30 minutes at that, uncontrollable, no breathing laugh.
Dude,
That was the only funny part about that movie too.
I've never
like, what
seen
the
Freddy
fuck?
Got Fingered, but I watched the trailer because I was like, I've heard this is a terrible movie. There is one part of the trailer that made me laugh for like 30 minutes.
There's that one, and then we also have watched the fucking trailer for the movie. I Spit on Your Grave like 30 times too, but I do think we've watched Detective D's more because it is pretty fucking funny.
It is great. There's nothing like even that movie is just great too, but like
Yeah, it's a pretty fun
it's
movie.
enhanced by the deer kick.
Deer kick. Deer kick in the trailer because you're just watching it. It's like, ooh, it's what was it? It was Sherlock
like-
Holmes meets
yeah.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And then it was like, and it goes through,
And
then
it's all
in
dubs-
its montage of cool shit, just
Yeah, and it's
suddenly
like-
a deer kick,
And then
out of
and it's
nowhere.
like dubstep background music, and then just fucking deer kick and sheep noise.
What noise should we put here when he hits the deer?
what kind of sound did deer make? I don't know. I think like a sheep.
Oh God, I love how we're supposed to talk about Resident Evil, but we can't because the fucking movie is dull as shit.
Yeah,
It is pretty dull.
God
yeah.
damn it. All right, so they go through, they find some train thing, and then one of the monsters that's, I guess, a brain head.
Okay, one thing we have to remember is at the very beginning of the movie, they get hit with that whatever gas, right? That makes them forget, they have temporary amnesia. They forget everything. And then as part of the scene is that they slowly remember why they are there, where they're at. And then one guy who started the whole thing,
He remembers.
he finally remembers that he was the one who started the whole thing.
And he's like, remember when I fucked you? And that's yeah. And then he of course gets bit by a zombie right at the nick of time.
Yeah, and then he
They
goes
do
out.
find some vaccine. They think because Michelle Rodriguez has been bit, they think
She got
get a
bit at the
cure.
very beginning of the movie.
They don't get her the
basically.
vaccine soon enough. Of course, the guy that they wasted the vaccine on dies 5 seconds later.
They give him the vaccine, and then the fucking like brain head after he like ate the bad guy like got stronger and like ripped a hole open into the train, took him out, and just like just fucking gone instantly after they cured him.
And that was the guy that we were all annoyed by, right?
the worst actor of the movie.
He's
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Almost every one of his lines is cringy.
And he lasted like till the end of the movie.
And
Can't
he was
believe it. I
supposed
was
to
like,
shoot
they're going to kill
himself.
this guy soon. And they kept going.
I think they should have got Raul Esparza to play that guy instead, because he's kind of like, I don't know, he's kind of slightly Hispanic in the movie, I think. I don't know, maybe not, but I was like, this guy, he seems like a dude that would be played by someone that's really good, but he's just terrible. And yeah, he kept surviving. Like, there was a scene where he had a gun, he had his revolver, and he had one round left, and he's like, oh, that's
and he's
for me.
surrounded by zombies, and he can't get to where they are, and so he like it looks like he's gonna commit
By the way,
suicide.
he definitely should have killed himself.
Yeah.
And then he just shoots the
Although he
zombie
did save
and then
everybody.
crawls away.
I'm going to make you work for your meal.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
He did save everybody in the end, though. He opened the door. So I guess he was
He
useful.
came back later.
Oh,
hey, I
and-
opened the door,
and
guys.
He did fry the Red Queen too. After like she like smashed the TV screen, and we were
Well,
all
the door
like, "What
wouldn't
the
open,
fuck?"
so I had to fry her again.
Yeah.
So then they're just about to get outside. The guy's the only guy living with Jovovich. He, of course,
policeman guy.
he was slashed by the one creature.
The
and then
liquor, that's what it's called.
His arm starts getting infected, and then suddenly more people from, I assume, Umbrella come in. And
The
they're like-
CDC.
Yeah, the
said, yeah.
CDC.
they come
Center
in
for
and like
Disease
kidnap
Control.
both of them.
And then they
and then
mentioned,
she wakes up later, almost naked again, and then she looks outside, and the world's been infected. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I just spoiled the whole movie.
Also, they mention a line in near the end that's like, what? Random, just total craziness. If you've never seen it or heard of it, they're like, oh, he's for the Genesis program.
Oh no,
It's like,
no! He they grabbed
that
the
will be
policeman.
talked about in the
They
sequel.
they grab
Remember
the
this later.
they grab the cop guy and they say, "Oh, he's infected. I want him for the Nemesis program."
Nemesis, that's right. Nemesis.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Nemesis is like
Nemesis
the main
program.
bad guy of like Resident Evil 3.
Wait, Star
Yeah.
Trek Genesis or Star Trek Nemesis?
Definitely Nemesis. He
Wait.
flies around. Occasionally, you'll run into you, and he'll really piss you off every time. It's the Klingons. That's kind of what he is in the game. He's a pain in the ass.
All right. So the movie. What did you think of the movie, Craig?
It was really dull. I mean, like, there were a few parts where we could laugh, like how the dogs were covered in, like, red plastic.
Yeah, there were like
And
6
then-
people in charge of their design. I'm like, the only cool part is that one of the dogs has its ear bitten off. But that was probably that way before, so they didn't even do anything.
There's a type of syrup that you put on your ice cream that hardens after you.
Oh,
put it
yeah.
on.
I can't
It's like a
remember
straw. They put it on
it's
like
like
some
the shell stuff. yeah.
strawberry shell syrup all over the dogs, and it just like
And then some silly string. Yeah, that's all they did. It's like you paid these people to buy
then they
$10
lit it
worth.
really dark, and then did a digital image transfer thing so that you can't really see them that well.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, we know that looks like shit.
Yeah.
You know that looks like shit.
We all know it looks like shit.
But it was how much of that $33 million went to the dog budget?
I don't
You think,
know,
like,
man.
couple
Almost
hundred?
none of it.
Probably
$200-$300.
Probably like $5.
Yeah, for
I
supplies.
bet those dogs, like when they weren't on camera, were just like licking themselves, like constantly,
Try to get that shit
And the
off.
trainers were like, "Stop, knock it off!" Like, I can believe this. That's what happened. It's fucking dull. Isn't
Yeah, it's just the dogs and then like the dog kick.
it?
but-
Dog kick.
Yeah, but like it's there's nothing really that like
She is hot.
yeah she's
So that
hot.
was nice.
Yeah,
Michelle
so like the
Rodriguez,
few
too.
semi-nude scenes are pretty great, but but yeah, there's like nothing. It's not like so bad that it's like funny the entire time, like
Right.
Double Dragon or Mortal Kombat or anything. But it's also like
It's not so bad. It's good.
it's also it's not. It's also just not good. It's not even like mildly entertaining like the new Tomb
He's
Raider
going to
was. Like it had its
jail.
moments, or like other ones have their moments.
Going to jail.
There was something like that.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Nothing. But it's just I don't
when
know.
we first see a zombie too, the movie, it really made me cringe. Like that was the first cringe moment where like it's got the dead body floating and everyone's like, "Oh shit, oh man."
Oh yeah.
And then they leave away, and then the camera like sits on the dead body with its eyes and mouth.
what
open,
did I
like,
say?
super
What did
wide,
I
like-
say during that time? Great.
You said it was going to happen.
Well, of course it was.
and
gonna
then
happen.
and
It
then
was
the
very
your eyes.
obvious.
the eye
Open
open
your
and then the
eyes.
hand slamming at the same moment. It was like, this is cheesy. Like the
It's-
eye opening
oh,
would have
it-
been cool, or the hand. One of them would have been cool, but both was like. It was like a million times cheese. Like she should have just turned
Yeah.
into a giant block and
It
like
was. It was so
floated to
obvious
the
it was
top.
gonna
She just
happen, too.
swimming in a pile of diluted cheese whiz. Just,
Yeah, when she touched it, like the water should have just turned to like holy cheese.
just cheese whiz.
it was
is all
so
is.
bad, so dumb.
Swimming in a pool of cheese whiz.
I'm telling you, one or the other, and it would have been like creepy and like unnerving. But like, and then it's like as the eye opened, the hand is there, so it's like the same exact frame. It's like nothing. It's next frame, both things. Stupid. And the movie, every time there was a cringe line from a dude that should have been Raul Esparza, like it was like painful cringe. It wasn't like laughing.
This is gonna
like,
slow us down.
yeah, it was like God, did you what did you do? Like take drugs and like you take some depressants and then you fucking read your lines.
And there was like no time to like get to know the characters at all. Like I didn't even know their fucking names. I don't think they even said them until like,
And then suddenly
Mia
Jovovich is
was
like,
constantly calling
Lenny,
them by their names. And I was
Lenny,
like,
you're gonna make it.
When did they
Like,
say their name in the
how do you know
first
he's
place?
Lenny?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Lenny?
Shouldn't she know their names
She
before
just
she lost her
started
memory?
remembering.
No.
Yeah, she just started remembering their names.
Maybe.
Plus
Yeah.
they broke into the mansion cam. There's like no way that she probably would
the
even would
funny
have known
part
them.
is the funny part is they broke into the mansion and then he grabs her by the shoulders and goes, "Report, soldier, report." He was asking her to report to him, but she had no memory, and they had to go, "Oh well, the
Well, and
offenses
she was
just
wearing
happened.
a
They
fucking
probably
dress.
forgot."
What made him think she was a soldier?
No, but he knew her.
He knows her.
He knows that she's part of the defense. He knows that, and so she could theoretically know them as well, and just slowly getting their names coming back to her forced amnesia.
It was, because of the lack of character stuff, it was. I didn't care pretty much the entire
They didn't
movie.
even use like characters from the game, so
I
it's
know,
just
they
like
don't.
There was one character from the game. I saw him.
Ooh.
It was Wesker.
What?
Yeah, that was the guy when it was like at the very end of the movie when it showed like the computer monitors and like a guy walked by and it was all bam. I'm pretty sure that's who that was supposed
I got
to be.
one note on the computer monitor.
Also, you know who that is, right? You know who plays Wesker.
I don't know who
fucking
that
Jorah
is.
Mormont who plays him in all the movies.
Oh no,
So he's coming back.
Is it really?
Yes.
poor guy.
He's there, man. He's coming back. He's going to be with us for a while, too.
Oh man.
Yeah. Khaleesi.
No character development, nothing that you can like sink your teeth into as an audience member.
Yeah.
The only thing it has on it is like some like kind of superficial, ooh, it's cool. Can't you hear the techno music and see the slow-mo? Don't you know that means cool? Like that's what that is.
Yeah.
I realize like after the Matrix kind of every few years a movie ruins movies, just like keeps doing that, right? The
Yeah.
Matrix was a movie, great movie, that ruined the movies after it. In other words, every fucking sci-fi movie, action sci-fi movie was trying to be just like the Matrix. And also the Matrix did something that really pisses me off too, is that I'll just watch a regular movie and suddenly someone's like a kung fu master all of a sudden in a scene when like some action picks up. And if you watch like an old Western when like a bar fight happens, sometimes the fighting can be cheesy, but it is a bar fight with people fighting other people. And it's not like I'll see some teenage action movie and suddenly like there'll be a fight and then she'll go, oh, I'm thinking of Pacific Rim 2. There's like a bully kid in like one part of Pacific Rim 2. And suddenly the main girl from Pacific Rim 2 is just like she kicks ass all of a sudden and like almost as like a flip, and it's like it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And the Matrix did that. Like every movie, it's like, oh, we need kung fu in every movie now.
Well, they don't
even if
do-
it doesn't even make sense within the aspect of the story. Now, this movie doesn't have that, but this movie does have
There's a kung fu kick.
highly. There is that part,
Yeah.
and you're like, why does she know how to fight all of a sudden? That was another thing.
She
in there.
was part of the security defenses, and she's
Yeah,
just
she
slowly
is.
remembering.
She's a soldier.
She forgot everything. Like,
But yeah, that's
but
instinctual.
that's
though.
instinctual. She's trained for so long that a lot of her fighting scenes is just
Yeah,
based
but
off of
that-
instinct of her fighting.
But no, my question is, why
Still,
did she forget literally everything,
understand
and
her-
the soldier guys forgot just like why they were
I
there?
understand her ability to be able to shoot a gun, but her ability to be able to like
Wall
chop
run.
socky kick someone from the wall.
Did you see the one
I
where
don't
she
know.
broke the zombie's neck with
her thighs?
Yeah.
She like got on his shoulder and was like, and like the look
Yeah.
that guy had as he went.
I
out, he
remember
was
that
like,
part because that zombie looked
Plastic
exactly like
vagina.
Nosferatu
Passed
for a
out.
second.
I look like Nosferatu.
He kind of did,
The
yeah.
zombie looks exactly like Nosferatu when she like snaps his neck.
I bet that's on purpose.
Yeah, that's probably an homage to
An homage to
Paul W.S. Anderson's In His Beauty. He threw in this like thank you.
No, but yeah, it tries to be like the Matrix. Got that blue tint the whole fucking time. and
Yeah,
shit like
I would
that.
say the memorable scenes for me are obviously the growler scene where she's on the bed later on, and then also the cube.
I don't
The
remember that scene.
the tunnel scene is what I mostly remember from the movie.
I was only
Maybe
looking
she's,
for
like,
it because
got
Schweiss said that
white paper.
you can see
dress
some
thing.
cooch.
Yeah, you can. I paused it many times in that frame. Back in the day, I was like, I wonder if I can get this thing like just right. Whip out
pre-Blu-ray,
the old
unfortunately.
whip out the old dick. Like I bet you I can get it just right. Just like,
Wow.
just right. That's right there. A little more. There it is.
Dear God.
Someone on the internet probably has the exact frames like memorized.
If you look at it, it's like from Schweissmeister. 1219. Oh, look, there it is. It's on the internet right there. That's weird.
It's like this moment is at exactly 1 hour and
Pause it and fap away, boys. Pause it and fap away.
Tap away.
Yeah. No, it is pretty boring though, and like the video game movies, they all suffer that problem.
It's an
of,
action
like,
movie that's really boring.
There's
It's
no
like, meh.
character development at all. Like there's so many movies where that's the biggest
If
thing.
you
where-
don't care, then action scenes are
and they get
boring.
rid of like
Always.
5 characters right at the beginning of the movie
Yeah,
with that
like,
laser
instantly,
scene.
yeah.
Like 5 people are just
I
fucking
can't believe they got
gone.
rid of like the
And then they
commander.
still have,
the
like,
head
5
dude.
people.
He was the most interesting. Like he seemed to have a character.
Yeah,
And
he
it's
seemed to like
meh.
know what was going on and what they were doing, and then just
That Michelle Rodriguez is just playing Michelle Rodriguez.
she's just
as far
kind of
as I
a-
can
she-
tell.
dude,
It's like-
every
epitome
time
of
she was on
puss-face,
screen.
too.
Yeah, every time she was on screen though, I was like, "Where's Danny Trejo?"
Yeah, it was either that or
I need
you know what?
Machete.
No,
it, was
it's,
either, it was either that or where's Vin Diesel?
Yeah. Machete
He's
needs
busy.
to be
He's
in the
busy
movies.
wrecking cars and getting out of the second
God, they
movie.
need to make that third Machete.
Yeah, Machete
Dude,
in space.
Machete in space, yeah.
Yeah, she's got no Machete don't kill zombies. That's why he's not there. Although Danny Trejo is in one of the upcoming movies we're going to be watching.
Good. Oh yeah, he's in Alone in the Dark too.
That is right. Yes. I didn't know there was a 2 until today. and
Our
then I
next
saw.
movie is Rampage. You getting it, Craig? You know what
yeah,
movie we're watching
we have
next time?
confirmation. I told you it's fine.
And then after that, it's our first Uwe Boll experience. House of the Dead, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
we're getting into his movies.
Have you guys played House
It's
of the Dead?
3%
Yes,
on Rotten Tomatoes.
I have played.
I liked House of the Dead. It was a fun little rail shooter.
3% on Rotten
What the fuck
Tomatoes.
is House of the Dead?
It's
game?
a zombie rail shooter game.
It's a
in
zombie rail
arcades.
shooter. It's just super gory.
Yeah. It's also like impossible, just like any other rail shooter, so it can milk your money out of your wallet. Area 51, but not as
Area
good.
51 is the best.
Yeah. Except for the PS2 game. That's not really that great.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay. Final thoughts, Cameron. We've all shared.
I remember seeing this like way back in the day, back when
What
I
did you
felt
remember
slightly
from the movie?
The laser scene.
Okay.
You know, I don't
Yeah.
think I've even seen this one until now. I know I've
Back
seen
in the golden
one
age
the
of Hollywood,
other
where you'd
ones.
walk into Hollywood and
Hollywood Video.
yeah, Hollywood.
Golden
Video.
age of
golden age-
Hollywood. It's like
Golden
Cameron,
age of
you weren't
Hollywood
around
Video.
then.
No. Golden age of Hollywood Video, when you just walk in and rent a movie.
Golden Age of Blockbuster.
I just
It was
remember the
Hollywood
laser
for
scenes.
Cameron and I. 'cause
But
we were
now it's the
Springfield.
golden age of Amazon
It
Prime.
was Hollywood Video for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw
It
it
was
back then,
super boring, like you guys said. Like I was easily like.
It's not Wing Commander boring.
There was
though.
a time where I had to rewind.
Wing Commander
I had to
had some
rewind the
great
movie
parts, though.
because I got distracted doing something else, and it just wasn't good enough to pull my attention back to it. So I had to stop, rewind it to rewatch a part, and then continue from there. So
Okay.
yeah, it was super boring.
So, guys, general consensus on Resident Evil is that it's flat and boring.
Yeah.
With a couple little fun parts. And Mila, what's her name? Because I can't fucking
Mia
say
Jovovich.
Jovovich. She's very attractive.
Yep.
She's very attractive. So I'm enjoying this part of it.
She's going to be there the whole time.
And she was the best actor in the entire movie as well. I thought she was pretty good.
Hair 90s hair guy was fine, but he wasn't really part of it.
He didn't like
Yeah.
do anything.
There were some really
Even when his
shitty-
sister died, he was just kind of like
he was in handcuffs most of the film.
That's true, yeah.
He was in handcuffs for most of that film.
But yeah, there were some really bad performances. Like that dude who got vaccine and then ripped out of the train. He was just terrible. Like every line he had
the
was
entire
boring.
time. And then like the guy who was the bad guy who started it, that guy wasn't great either.
yeah, he should have been Gerard Butler. is
That's
what he should have
exactly
been.
what I was thinking. I was about to say that. Should be Gerard. If you were to recast this film, who would you cast him? And Gerard Butler would have been the guy.
And then we would have just not been able to understand anything he was saying as he was delivering his shitty lines.
So I'd have to tell you guys what he was saying.
Yeah.
What did he say, Craig?
Yeah, it was just not a great movie. And it honestly has almost no tie-in to the film. I mean
The film?
the games. Sorry, the zombies, the T-virus, the company. That's pretty much it. I mean, we don't really even see Wesker. I mean, we do, I think, but we don't see him.
There was a guy who looked like the blonde guy from Resident Evil 4. He just kind of walked by in the background somewhere. There was a dude who had a very very of that time.
I wonder if
haircut.
that's like a. But this movie came out before Resident
I
Evil 4.
think it came out before 4. Yeah.
But it came out 2 was out, and he's the guy in 2.
This one came out 2002.
He's the guy in Resi 2, so it would have been. You know what?
2002, year of Attack of the Clones, Spirited Away.
Yeah, great movies.
A Beautiful Mind.
Well, great movie.
2 Towers.
Okay, Resi 2 was 98. So yeah, he was the thing in the universe. He existed.
Who, Leon?
Yeah, there he is right there.
You know, I kind of was
shitty PS1 graphics.
I think it
of
would
a
be
great
awesome
game.
if they had just like, instead of like making their own story for this, if they had like gone buddy cop horror movie with Leon and Chris for the Resident Evil movie.
You know what I also would have liked? A Doom like final scene where it's like tank controls. So like, you know how the end of the movie Doom, like we've got that first person shooter, it's like the video game scene.
Yeah.
It would have been that, but like it would have been like he starts turning to the left and he has to like really try, and then he has to like stop, pull up his gun, shoot, and then put the gun back down and then run. And then it's like a bunch of puzzles to get out, and like that's how they escape the last area. It's a stupid fuck-faced puzzle to the
Hey, so, 2002 is a pretty great year for movies. So we got Spider-Man. That was the biggest hit of 2002. The only Spider-Man I count, personally. Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, of course.
That's the only Spider-Man you count? Not even Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, I count the first two Spider-Man. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I don't count the Amazing Spider-Man.
Didn't
or
Sam Raimi
Spider-Man
do 3?
Homecoming. Yeah, he did 3.
So when you count that one as well.
I think 3 is not as bad as people say it is. It's not great, but it's not as bad as people say it is. I feel the same way about Revenge of the Sith. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, 2002 as
that's a
well.
funny movie, yeah.
That's a great movie. Signs, which is a great
Index.
movie. Austin Powers and Goldmember, which is the worst Austin Powers movie.
Is.
Men in Black 2, which is the worst Men in Black movie. Ice Age, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, Ice Age is great.
Chicago, Catch Me If You Can, Die Another Day.
Nice.
I think that might be a worse movie than this one. I'll give you that. Ooh, Minority Report was 2002. Holy shit.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was great. Okay. All right. Yeah, 2002. I'm looking for Resident Evil on the like top grossing films of 2002 list, and I'm not seeing it.
It made some pretty good money though, but I guess not top tier. Although
No, I
what can
guess
we
not.
expect? Mila Jovovich wasn't that big of a deal back then, I don't think. She was a big model, obviously, but
Didn't
I started
Resident Evil
seeing-
like basically make her career?
Yeah, it's
I
her
think
movie
so,
career.
It's
yeah.
like her thing.
She's married to Paul. She's married to Paul W.S. Anderson. I found that out this morning. They got
So-
married in 2009.
The thing was he saw the prosthetic growler and he's like, I want to see what's underneath that bad boy.
God damn it, dude.
I want to make that thing purr.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, man.
All right, so I have our official Nude Clan rankings for the video game based films.
Did you actually put yours down? I gave you a pen.
I did, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so we're gonna go from least to most important here. So Craig has Double Dragon on the bottom, Wing Commander slightly above that, Super Mario Bros. Above that, Resident Evil in between Super Mario Bros. And the original Tomb Raider, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat 2. You are so wrong about that.
No.
Tomb Raider 2 and
No, you're
Tomb
not.
Raider 2018 as the best video game movie of all time so far. Cameron, Double Dragon at the bottom, Super Mario Bros., Wing Commander, Street Fighter, and then Resident Evil penned in right above Street Fighter, which was penned in right above Wing Commander. So it's very hard to read this. Then Mortal Kombat 2, Tomb Raider original, Tomb Raider Cradle of Life, and Tomb Raider 2018. It's so sad that the Tomb Raiders are like the cream of the crop.
Just the second two, not the first one. The first one's real tough.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
It's still better than fucking Wing Commander.
Well, yeah.
Almost anything is better than Wing Commander.
The only
Except
thing
that one scene from Wing Commander that'll
where it's
forever
like
live in my mind.
the three-way rape scene.
Yeah. Oh,
Comes
man.
up with his gun cocked. Yeah. I have Double Dragon, Wing Commander, Super Mario Bros., Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Mortal Kombat 2, then Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Cradle of Life, and then Tomb Raider 2018. Joe has Wing Commander, Double Dragon, Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat, Lara Croft's Tomb Raider, Super Mario Bros., Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life, and Tomb Raider 2018. So our top two are all the same, but then with 3, it starts to get a little crazy.
Where is Resident Evil for everybody in comparison?
You have it as 3rd from bottom. I have it as 6th from bottom, so mine's right in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not the middle of 10. But yeah, I guess. Upper half. Or lower half.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Upper half.
I don't fucking know.
Cameron has it at 5th from the bottom. Craig has it as 4th from the bottom. So it's kind of a lower tiered movie.
Lower
in
middle,
our opinion.
looks like.
Yeah.
Generally.
I liked it a little bit more because I do think that It is boring, but it's not overly awful as often as most of his other movies.
That's
But
true.
it's not even awful in the way that it's good.
And
like
I can't
Mortal
believe
Kombat
I can't
stuff
believe you
is.
guys don't like Mortal Kombat more than Mortal Kombat 2. I think Mortal Kombat 2 sucks.
It
Where
sucks,
did I
but
put
it's
the-
Mortal
funny
Kombat
to
1
laugh
is
at.
hilarious.
So I put
though.
Mortal Kombat 1 or 2 above the other.
You put Mortal
They're
Kombat
both
2
funny.
above Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Just slightly above it.
I think you guys are nuts, man. I think that first
I
one is
don't-
hilarious.
First one is hilarious,
And two
but
is-
the second one has a lot of
the
great
second
stuff.
one was more hilariously bad.
I
That's
don't-
the only way I can enjoy Mortal Kombat.
I don't think
it's
so,
like,
man.
which movie is worse in a funny way? Mortal Kombat 2 beats it out.
I thought-
enjoyed my
Kombat-
time more.
Mortal Kombat is like a better movie than Mortal Kombat 2, but Mortal Kombat 2 is because
But
it's
also
so
a shit
bad.
movie.
It's really funny.
I think the opposite. Except for I do think the first one's better.
The fucking where they're in the hamster ball
yeah, the hamster ball
transport
shit.
thing. Come on, that's great shit. And the
You will
I think
die.
I think I remember the action being better. I guess
The action is better in Mortal
I'll have
Kombat
to
2.
listen to the thing. Yeah, because the only action in Mortal Kombat 1 is a bunch of fucking gymnastic flips.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a bunch of flips.
But that's I laughed more at 1, I think. That's why I like it.
I don't think you did laugh more. We watched it together.
You laughed really hard at Reptile, but we all laughed at like throughout pretty much the entire thing of 2.
Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm mixing it up. I think
Maybe you
just
should
listen
go back
to the
and listen to the
review.
episodes.
Remember how
Yeah.
you felt when you watched it, just barely.
All right. Well, Resident Evil is in there, and
It's not great. I'll tell you what. I know where Rampage goes on my list.
Yeah, we all do.
I think it may be the greatest video game movie of all time.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes certainly says so.
Rotten Tomatoes does concur.
Let's take
yeah.
a video game that has basically zero to no story.
I'll be honest here.
and build a story out of it.
Rampage.
So they have much more freedom in
Which-
saying what they want.
Rampage,
to
which we'll talk about next week, has a really, really convenient, like dumb, convenient setup. But the character of The Rock and his relationship with the chimp, it's honestly
With the
like
gorilla.
it's
He's not a chimp.
it's pretty well done, and I enjoyed my time watching that movie.
You enjoyed The Rock.
The
Let's be
Rock
clear
was
here.
great in it. I think because it's the same people who did San Andreas. I'm pretty sure it's
his movie.
It's
for the
better than
summer.
San Andreas.
It's The Rock's summer action
And San
movie.
Andreas is better than all these movies on this list as well. And it's not great. But Rampage has some really stupid shit in it. Not gonna lie, but honestly, like I left the movie and I was like, that's pretty good.
Did you like it more or less than that scene from the King Kong movie where you saw the explosion in the guy's glasses?
I'm not ranking it against the new King Kong Skull Island. No, I didn't like it better than that. Are you kidding me? That was one of the greatest shots in the last 10 years.
So good.
It's so good.
Okay.
All right. You know how I feel about Resident Evil. It's fucking boring and shitty. You can skip it. Although we have to watch every single one of these.
You know,
fucking things.
I am remembering more from the second one, the Nemesis one, and that's the one where that one song. Shit. Come on. Okay, no. But that's
shit.
I can't remember the name of the song. I remember a lot more from the second one, and I have high hopes about the second one, and then just the nostalgia from it.
I do not, but
Because that's the one where they meet that whole team of people who are just, holding the emergency response building, right? The sniper on the roof.
I think so.
Okay. If that's the same movie I remember then.
I remember watching the one with
that one's like a few movies away.
I remember watching the one with a bunch of sand. And that has that one guy.
Which is
they're out in,
so
like,
sandy.
They're in like a desert area,
Sand.
and it's got.
There are all these crabs, and Jack Sparrow was there.
That's right.
Around the crabs.
I remember that one. That's a
He has
really
a jar of
bad.
dirt.
It's a really bad crossover movie.
Is he pulling a boat?
He's pulling a boat with the crabs, crab rocks.
Yeah, and there are zombies. It's stupid.
You're all welcome. Okay. Nudeclan.net is where you can find us. You can support us on Patreon. It looks like at the end of this month we might hit that goal. We're technically over it right now. We're going to wait till it goes through, though.
Yeah, we got to see if it's true or not.
In which case, we'll be doing a second episode, which we still have yet to hash out.
Yeah,
completely.
thank you, and please continue the ideas, guys, of what you want.
Please do. We'll try to figure out what we're going to do for these 2 episodes of Nude Clan a week. Anyway, yeah, you can support us on Patreon if that's, you can do that. If you decide that that's not a way you want to do it, a really easy way to support the show is to just click through the Amazon link, whatever you get on Amazon after that. So everybody's shopping on Amazon, right? Whatever you get on Amazon after that, we get a small kickback. Also, if you've never tried Audible and you're doing like a job that's really shitty and physical, and you can maybe wear some headphones and you're listening to podcasts right now, maybe try maybe try some audiobooks.
Yeah, it's great.
And you can do that through audibletrial.com/newclan. What the fuck are you guys doing?
I don't even fucking know, dude. I just look over and Kane's fucking staring at me.
Yeah, all I see is 2 guys staring into each other's eyes from where I'm standing here.
It just kind of became a fucking staring contest.
I just started staring at him, just gave him a slow little smile.
The thing is Craig will just keep looking at you. He won't look away. He's just like not quite sure what's going on.
Because he can't actually see what's going on.
Yeah, that's why he's not quite sure.
If you want to catch the show live, we do try to stream every Sunday, the Nude Clan, usually at around 11.
Sometimes late.
Sometimes a little later than that. But, keep your notifications
And that's
on.
11 Mountain Time, just so everyone knows.
That's right, Utah time, whatever that is. Mountain Standard, Mountain Daylight, I'm not sure.
It's both.
It
Mountain
would be
Standard,
Mountain
but
Daylight now.
But Mountain Daylight when we're in daylight savings time here, so yeah.
Because we fell,
So if you're
or we
on-
spring forward.
Because there's
If you're in
we're
California, or if you're in the
We're an hour-
Pacific time, you're an hour
We're 2 hours
earlier.
behind Eastern Seaboard, and we're an hour ahead of the Western Seaboard. And the reason why we have to do Mountain Daylight Time during daylight savings time is because Arizona is also Mountain Time, but they do
Arizona's
not do
a
daylight
fuck
savings
ass.
time.
Thanks, Arizona, for screwing us up.
Honestly, we
Or
probably
we
all
should all
stop doing it.
we should all go to Arizona's time. I think
Yeah.
in Florida they got rid of it recently. One of the states got rid of it. Not sure, but another state has decided to fuck the time change bullshit.
Yeah.
And Cameron's going.
I'm
Cameron's
just
a farmer.
imagining life. No,
Cameron's a big
no.
farmer.
You're
See, that's a
imagining
lie.
life where like
That's a lie.
every 4
Farmers
months,
don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
farmers can also be like, well, the sun's getting up at this time. I guess I'll just have to get up earlier. I don't know why the farmer has a southern accent, but he does. Anyway, you could tweet me at Joseph DeGolier.
Me at Obsidian Ba.
Me at Nude Clan Cam.
Me at UFF Podcast.
You can tweet the show at Nude Clan Podcast. And also, if you want to ask a question, you can go onto our forums at our site, nudeclan.net, or you can use the hashtag NudeClanQ.
Yeah, also,
on Twitter.
guys, it's time for the Hog update next week. Get your shit in. Get your Hog. Make sure you're tracking all your movies, games, books on tape, CDs, whatnot, what have you. Get it all taken care of.
Books on tape, books on CDs, audiobooks as well.
Yeah,
Make sure you guys
audiobooks.
cover those.
Books from Harold.
Books
from the
read by
streets.
you, read by someone else.
Books you're being read to.
Yeah.
So the
Books you're
biography
writing
that
to
they
be
writ-
read
that,
to
that is
others.
written about the Nude Clan should be narrated by Craig.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the book they write about us should be narrated by Craig.
Oh, wow. I misheard you. I was like, someone's writing a book about
You have to
us.
pay extra for that.
They have no audience, so they're not going to sell that many copies of that book.
Yeah.
The book they write about us. Yeah.
God. You can check out our other shows. We have a Dragon Quest podcast called Puff Puff Hour. There's, of course, Ultima Final Fantasy for those Final Fantasy lovers out there. Godzilla podcast if you want to hear me talk about movies, and mostly Godzilla movies.
For a few chickens more, Song of Schweiss and Johnson. We were going to record episodes yesterday, but I had to work instead, so we're going to have to do it Monday.
I thought you were going to add another title to that.
We can't do it until the episode airs, so
Damn.
we'll add another title then. But yeah, if you guys like Game of Thrones, we're doing a Game of Thrones watch through and deep dive on the lore.
Yeah,
And
I've listened to
world
every
of-
episode now.
You like?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
I like it.
Okay,
I like it.
let's get the fuck out of here, guys. See you next week.
Enjoy the nude.
May the list go on.
Live always in the nude.
Fuck.
Game over, man. Game over. What are we gonna do now? Too bad you will die.
Sleep that up.